Ama sapo kuma Jesse. And ama kuma be fi boite. Nana ama kuma be fi boite. Woman ever want me the Democrats almost have been more Jumadi amount. Father Dixon, executive producer, and general manager Kennedy as OSEI and the Bonichino. Kwasia Boaje and the supervisor. Cameroonian Quayani, Yambo Red Democrats anymore. And some of Kwasu. Hey, as I say, I just say, more to be contributing, I'm donating a crowd of COVID fund in the mono. Ababa told you as a moving tax release. Eh. Moving tax release. Into yes, so I get the $100,000 score is even a bill. What's it? Yakao. Yakao ba. Na yesi ka obi ko to fan no mu de.
Na wo de wa me yankutua bi.
O se ya papa ye nti. Ya papa no mu ya. No akan yo.
Ba ko no de ko you know.
Kuma se de no.
So mu na start ma.
Ya mo gra de. Dabi. COVID ya.
Na omo de ma ye say
$100,000. Omede kwa yekusi komase.
Moaboa. Ti kosi asante mantam so afo. Esre so
pe.
But na nya se bia ye kan say
$100,000.
Yes. Sa pepepe ne kokoye.
They say on benya tax relief say obi a contribute here.
Yeah.
And the kura na say
I think say bia period bi.
There be say energy be some new because say what team na wo manage your funds na your mama so for kufu down no. Wo so the Ghana Revenue Authority for no edinkuta ho say wo ma your calculations. Wo mo betwe nti and person na Ghana Revenue for no be to me you bet me be some say hye no wo mo ye ne sen. So say the city no. Wo mo ye hye ne sen na ye hu.
Boso ba ku bi.
Ana say
na watwe say
but they be bosome banku bi ana se mienu bi.
Enu kra fa ho dwan.
So file tax returns na. They just so much no my calculation no. That relief bi one just so much the amount. So say the city no. See them
yes and said ehihye nko ne nchi se tibisra.
That says can no the abetom about 50.6 million Ghana cedis. Yeah, 50.6 million Ghana cedis.
Wow.
And that we no for two.
Go krom ha.
Ska krom wa. Go krom wa, ba yes ka to. Yes ka to kra. Wo mu
akwenta. Ese ti ya pa abedwako, dey say committee wo. Enti enkwenta buanti ni ya pa.
Fanye bibia me pa say omo fanye bibia o me ba bon.
Say omo be kire de bia ya ti wo ya.
Wom be kire. De omo be bia wo se ne nya ne tie say wo mo plane. Ama yehu kwan ya ombe fa so na sika no womatimi aye de en womo ayisu no mo de aye enoama ehu behia ne titiri enoama efa eye COVID-19 ho ana enoama nam COVID-19 so na ede sa say yo hawo say ye de buy so dey say nti ye hwe ne mo nti ende nya de kra why ye kwa ne bi da bokata mu nsam ne ntia so ama
yo nipa na ya yebo wo mu din se won kɔ Supreme Court nkɔ bo adwuma sa atemuafo no emu mienu nura wo kopie mu e wa bankasie mu kosua se wadi anim ni nsiye ebeye adwuma pa e de ama oman Ghana sa susu na aba beto edwase se sakune takrade takwa ho na ye coronavirus adwosuo fofora majari wo botra gota wo hokora koro ebeto.
Etu nu se o major markets ni bi o yeso mo ba betutum.
Yeah.
Na no pe na o bedin komo ye bi so.
Na wanu mu a COVID-19 yi ni tie. Na dwuma e kwa amaneam kra na watam sika na wode akwa wase abanje na fa kokun na ba ye nyina na ye ho ebe fa yen. Saafuo ni nyina ban se wo behwa wo mo taxi a wo tuatua so e de ama wo no ne kyese wo mo so kom be ha wo no pa sakre ho fa so ne kyese any free ebinie na NDC na Daily Satellite ebo amane yese IPAC meeting wo mo si wo mo nsanko na wo mo de COVID-19 nhihye ya hudu a wo mo si ese yi sidi gu akwa so ena no so eje won ho se enyade a wo be kosan se COVID ho nhihye ye bi enkoyi.
The Ghanaian Observer de Obokrata ena mede eto aso na kase pe da anim hanom no abronya DC eda hanom ena kane mampani a wanya ne ba bi ko Nyankopon fa ne kransie yie atamese nso eda omu mfimfini anaso wo hwo omu mfimfini wo hwo omu mfimfini anaga na mampani dada John Dramani Mahama nso eno ono nso ewo mensani fasoi na ni nyina no eyensansam abronya DC kasa ede akira Ghana posifo se hwe me dia me say ensamu amede for the Ghana mampani dada John Dramani Mahama ne se wono ewo nsa ewo owu a yewura atamesi wu ye ni mu enti wo mu hwehwe mu o tie na asem nyina no nti we enya ahwetan saa mo baba be so anesa no ena yewura same ewukun so eda anim hanom a wono so ehye eye ne ntoma ene wapam ne kama pa nice African wear ena jesa abrantie bi nso ehye suit ani na no eye fitaa na wote ne nchen saa ena obi nso ensa ete ne nsa ni fan so saa wono so ne nsam o kan nyina ne se NDC fu emuntumi mu nyoma mo siboga hire nye muntumi enfa nsensam a jesa mo angasa monteme ho ase a mo ekwoso wo montemu no muntumi fa so mo abo no mo isi da wo eno so ye nsam asame oku ekode ama NDC fo eno wo say NEIP fo nso wo mo boss a cheso obi eye na adwene se nkobeku ne ya lawyer John Kuma no so no anko yie anase nipa no wantimi anye eno so eda ani ma no nti owura no ye de ne picture abia eye krata yi anim hanom ena Ghana man pani na nado danko akufo ado nso ebo hanom ena chese wono so hye ni suit black ena ni ina no fitaa ena afa nso ne tire ebo no akwa ye te se ase ash color bisa ena wo hye face mask ni bi na ne kiki no so ebuchu nani na wo se enra ena chese ma me Henry Tamensa bonsu ena afa yewura yoni ukulendi yoni kulendi wo ma mo so afna mu so aye wo ma mo so afna mu so aye ese wo mo enkonom kwangwhwe mo dwumadi ase wo Supreme Court enti eno so eye nsam a the Ghanaian Observer de Obokrata no ebo ye ho amane anapay
the Ghanaian publisher edibi baya wo de wabrefo Michael Kwefo ni abeto amrahwe bedwam piem en wo che say compulsory COVID-19 test ye ama mo mrahwe bedwafo no o ya akrontra ho me ye mehye mrase bia wa me ya bia wunsi ha kwanne kwaye ma ho kwan ne ye test wo na munya asmayam ho sebuni adaje no ene ho asem da ha na ba ko bia wa wade aba ene say Jasper wa church niema bi ye nti ensese waste management company no etuo bi no mo ho nsenkaye ye hwan anase wotua ene ho nsem eda ha Unipass enso so no obo amane ya no pay ese se de omo buom ho mode pa ukopiem e Takra report a wo mabọ modene na Professor Dai ese wasro schools no yemie final year students no na wo muntimi enkwonkwatwere wo munsohwe afei Ghana mampanyi na nado danko akufo ado wa hye max fita ena woda hanom na ene sai mampanyi na nado danko akufo ado enra said nkata ni nyina de aba no ehwe ema yoni kolondi name era mensa bonsu wonum so afena mu swaye yese won bekọ Supreme Court akobo adwuma de ama oman Ghana
me to aso am de defender de Obokrata no na me de to aso na me de to aso de na dia eda ani anum kase pa ene se wo se eye ayasabia abanza asabia wodo be sen wotwe tabre de wo mo anya ventilators ya wodo be se edu a ni nyina no eba bebo apomode ensempa wo covid bremu na Ghana mampani na adodanko akufo adonso enu ada na jase wo ma eye ajagefo mienu a wabo wondi so wo nkọ no wo nkọ hye wo dwumadi ase o Supreme Court no wo ma mo so afena mu esu aya ene eno so eda anim hanom na sa so ene wo se ekokopie mu second Takra de a ene Takra ne mansini mu honom de a ene na jase honom na sisi ano COVID-19 no hotspot no ana ba bia eyi ni ti pa ekosoro pa no agwagopie mu ewo honom a eno so ye defender de Obokrata no ensem a wode aba enne
The new crusading guy the Obokrata had to be by ya. Well, Obama say Ghana first CEO was say why hot. Any say yes a contractor for 538 NHS no aju wonu esika ya enya senketwa. Afa trouble abetro empesua so. When for Moses enim. Yeah, wono ena say wogina mu dada no. What I said in puntu nyuma wayenti. Omanfo piano se wansan enkobio. DC net enso so ne say say wo mu bedundu bo mu fidie nyina. Na wafofra waba wono no waba be sha na mu abedi dwuma. Yesi hu na aka owura Kofi Bua na ene sai yesi Katrina Feku etese mami ene ukwa enzamanza asene so wode a ene anya asenketo said ne nsaye kese ewo honom na obi agina to mu no yewura Kofi Bua hu papa ehu aka no.
Daily statement de Obokrata no ena me de eto aso na judge fo mienu a yama omaso afenemu eso mkwakwa so mjubedi ase ewo Supreme Court no ena eda anim hanom Ghana mampani agina hanom ena ye maame Henry ta mensa bonsoso agina hanom a wo mu nyina asede wo mu sheki wo mu nsa so wo mu sheki ye ena ye de ne certificate isha ne nsamu eno so eye ensamu a etwagu Okrata no animu ena saso wo chese Samuel Uku etu bidi amane NDC fo se masa mama mo nya ya mo sa ase mo de blame ni nyina akwa so ayisifo mo ntumi mbo ayisifo so mo kra da ewo mo dwumadie bi a mo ntumi anni ni ye ehun. Daily statement de Obokrata no eno no
the informer de bi ba ya de no informe Professor Milson Fodi da hanana dan kwa kufu adom Yera John Mama ena Godwin Eduji Tamaklo enso Fodi da ha na sembe nie wachasa abantie na yakacha na ado say kotu emails adankasa never investigation na honto one na nado na ba ku bia wakrata isade aba ene se menye dwa enya hantan ahomaso no fato baabi isi en wo chese enipa bi ka sei ede kire no Dr. Muhammadu Bawumiamfoni eda ha asema hye nanim ene se wode atu adwase na obribu ahwanhwani kasa yem yem na ento abo a wono mo ye no wo munya ememu na ho fan na tennie ne nsopa ene ayampia to no wo mu enya sanse funtum framfu dentamfrafu ye funkro ni wa ba akoma entini so wo mu didi a wo mu epre ho Sam George se 2015 mama an support wo no bra na wo pese wo gina epre mrahye bedwadwa wa anta dachi eno ho asem edakrata ye ni
Daily guide de Obokrata no ena me de eto aso na me de to aso a ne eda anim anu ka se pa ene se wasi new voters register yi registration awodo anyina ntie no amasisi akayos yesi NDC mu o etu behwe anim hanu ma ma meje mensa eda anim anu mo ena eye ne Kelly hey hye na wabie na no kakra sa ene wo hye ne African wear nice one pa ena je se ni che eda ni komu obi tibia ena eda ni komu na obi ni mo so na eda ni hey o hallelujah 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 oda ni manu mo awose ode abeg pa na ekode amaka na de akompre kwa Japan say me self am what dey cheme why baby amaduro bia de mde ayo bia fa me mfom so fa cheme da anim hanu mo ena fiewura yinso a wono so ewo eye ofanko yi a wa fatuo de abo ne tenant ya se ne da rent aso wonto mfiri mu a ya se wo ye na adwe so wontuo no ene chese wo mu mienu nyina mfoni eda anim hanu na abrante Benjamin o kire ne ho afepa ena Victor Steve na kankam ne so won so hu se wo mu na nanim na eno ayetoto na no utumi se nsem na aposifo no enya no kra ema no enkasa kra sa kwa na kaka se me nya 10 years ena me sha se me ye adwuma wa burochire ena me nya 14 years ena me si me da ye dikan ena me ye chese wo mo ntia se kwa man twe ama no Daily guide de Obokrata no eni
The Chronicle braso sam ngoma di biba ya Dr. Bernard Okoboy apomdi so afọ abedi echemfoni da han wo kase apomdi mu adwumayefo edianan enum 45 ewo mfimfini mantam COVID positive achi wonom COVID-19 achi wonom na wasan ede maame Henrietta Mensa Bozu enso mfoni abato anom a okita krata na babro ehye nsam ya wo so ayedi nsia kantam de achi oman Ghana se na dwuma wo ba abaye no wadi no kredie attention ne no behwa ma ya adwuma ne ahum obi afa ahodie so na mra no so wo ma chechemu yi am na si ase no mfoni eda ha ko FS mpanyifo chese edro no Yanka say COVID, esa COVID. A boost immune system. Yanka say esa COVID. Method is asofo na HSA. Ebe ya afia baton. Yem postponed.
So,
Yentu nshada.
Yebedu komana yenshen komana se. Sadia wo fan form Democrat na wo kano. Wo hwa mfoni no dada wo pa. Ye omampenda da Mahama da ho. Omampanye Nana Dada Akufo-Addo da ho. And the late ye ex-president John Evans Atta-Mills. And ye lawyer Godwin Ejiji Tamakulu. Na aye abronya DC. And ye Mahama is a semi. A dear potting a woman. Lawyer. Beba to memoir.
Rapeni anopai mijoso mechao timpo.
Na bibia boko de.
Obo ade e de adomene.
Ye de Nyankopon ase. Anopai de ne ye frɛ wa ye hwɛ ensama edi ahimni tituru pa. Efa eye abronya DC Kwame Bafo Bono region yemtire ne de man PP. Ene eye wo boss ye man panyin dada John Dramani Mahama. Ade apote na mo pese embetodwa.
So ye de Yakoba awa wonu se ayade a Kwame ekot na simpie so na radio station bi. Na okwo platform no so okwo kan sembe na ensem na no kae no emupi eboda on criminality se obi aboko boni se bi obi kuni pebi ana se obe hame dependent into as law abiding citizen H. John Dramani Mahama ISO my so be what to me say obey investigate criminal matters in the CID so on the basis of that what show krata nakoma ya CID the obey ya rather some abonye edia to investigating system na no prebia hono na omudia betuga amagana ko nyina ayeden ewu na ehon anamuntu ema police go ene no isia anyway nti ene na yenim se the state of affairs until say ye kind to dia abronya so no the counter petition meaning whatever it is say police for investigate the death of Samuels na media supreme after almost 8 years Yababe discussing the death of Samuels. Me personally, we will be na me don't know. In fact, he is one of the persons that enabled me, like, say, do any siamanyoku na I think it's a professor, lawyer, you know. He was not just a leader of the party. I was serving as a personal role model, a mommy. Into yede yamanyotem, the back of for it, new anything can happen. Now, I have some pity I had but Akoba said the politics embrace that's the upset level it's me and so basically that's it.
Okay. Eti lawyer right now no wohwe eye sensem na odi aba betu dwuna momo susu se na nka hwehwemu bi ma beto amonten na ensa omampanyin dada etiri ana
Bra, ihwehwemu bɛn. Ihwehwemu bɛn. Yɛayɛ papa Kɔstameros. Mbra no ɔte ase no. Na ne nua baako ɛne ne yɛ adwuma. Samuel Atamels. In fact, he is currently MP in the Pumenda Odina constituency. Now, on it, he was more or less like a presidential staffer. No pen or in she Okaso for change with moi. Now, we change with the wife and the brother one. Two. Onane brother, Dr. Kadman Mills. On the one young people are reading a program, I was start ever. Omo Bisana, so.
na wada remind what page on the sugar cram my name so the no form yeah
Sorry.
no
Son was good as the Uniano. Not then and there, ABC or Canina. So for a long time, ABC. Now, even and before I would be cry, or no cry a day, and ya and get a good day. Or Canina, a ball, dear Epun, that he had a massive stroke. For some kind of say, Ninu only autopsy na onukra autopsy reports no omo de ma omo iti sebio oka se okohwehwe mu a na okohwehwe dem so when we stroke massive stroke na ekumu na eva bolare kra bisa na so ne so brother yare throat cancer no kra na consider bi the only say a massive stroke in a kudu. It is under my nano, bra, I will studio. Occasion could be filmed, or trading.
eti ade na ma wo koka se ebeya na ka yenkotu aye Professor Mills namu na yensan ye further investigations e wo
I think, sir, maybe Ukasa, by the way, one I can't understand America.
bepacho we no eda eye informa de obokrata enima o kire se woni eye Kwame Chromatic ese ya ye OKFM ene edin komo
Informa kuku anyi de ho paper nana.
bepacho eno de minim
Editor ye and the kankam.
aha woka editor de ya de kankam
Okay. Now also OTA interview no there.
bepacho sana watchro krata enim
Sometimes OTA in your man there. Now as film. And na ne nya sikasi o friend was same years. Na me there me ten so. Abusia for na babontin. Mills, the senior brother. Ababontin abeka too. Abusia for no autopsy. Blah 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 blah. I don't see where we are going with this. Such much. Because in fact, so there is a high court, like a decision of the court, the Republic versus Polygonal Magistrate Court, Espate Ampoma. Nasaki Mukrana and another Danko Kupado in a argue case. In she Mikrami in a soccer. In that case, Chief Justice Acha, Emma decision be. In that decision, or my na say, I dear friend the coroner's inquest. Sir, because to be away. Yenye investigations no and then we can follow. And yet idea no we better likely. But all line
Me also pa me no for you too.
yes. Into Chief Justice Acha that time so it's not an easy thing. Now make I so mention it. What I make kind is that first. Also finally, I wish to stress that coroner's inquest are not pantomime shows. They are not comic plays. They are not tragic operas to be listened to and watched by an audience. They are solemn and mournful proceedings to determine how a human being came by his death. These proceedings cause pain and sorrow to relatives, and it seems that inquests should not be held unless they are necessary and desirable. Inquests should not be regarded as routine matters in all cases. Otherwise, coroner's inquest will be likened unto automatons and robots. The Republic versus Colonial District Magistrate Grade 1, expert Nampema. In fact, Ubit Mianya 1993, 94, 2 Ghana Law Report at page 28. Na the all kind of say na what do we have back for trial? You're making an order for coroner's inquest. It's not a joke because it's a very mournful experience. Okay. It does not even make sense that when you pay 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Obakutu the Nipaduana na the Ukutu Nipaduana to what end? More so when we have the autopsy and he died out of a massive stroke. So is it the case that only the brother can Indiana? And there's a wound in India, and the manana do down for group up. And this is what I said. And the manana and go to the body. Nanfan kunifi, no do ni fear, unfair abronye, and in the personal medical doctor, no ye will name him. Ebia and no virginity. What's the American?
Pacho you too.
Yes, so I don't get it when OSEI informers say be an amendment to. I don't dignify people, sir.
It's not just say no dia wo kan ya na eye abebo kwan so na wo kan nye say wo ye wadwen say omampani oda na yenkotu funu.
Because you see, I've already told you, sir, the death of Pastor Mills is like a personal way to me. It's quite personal to me. Okay? Because I'm taking him like my role model. I took the man as my role model. Do this. I was basically living at Kuku Hills, the campaign office there, simply because of him. I mobilized young men. My mates and I would be a national service, 2007 to 2008, just to go out there and campaign for him. That's how I felt about the man. And so I even indicated that subjecting the man to this public discussion is not even good for his memory. What am I saying? It's not even good for his memory. So I say I'm surprised that Obi to say Kuku and Yidogwa or associated with the informal newspaper would want to give credence to this conversation. When we have an affair, extremely sad. and you can come, will decide to do this to the memory of the late President Professor Mills. I'm so sad this morning.
But lawyer did you Tamaklo, Kwakwanyi do what in the Bemono? Be nim say or ye or cat a year one more manage a yes happy paying home. As I let you.
Right, and you a top and I do na one tier. Say also your will say for my fault. And I also mentioned who say for my fault. Right, all
Me was so panting as a Kwakwanyi do cat directors of a year informer the Bocrate.
as to say oh yeah director here, I'm not sure. But me say you be illuminated to go. I'm so sad. This morning said no other paper but the informer. Miraho. Seriously, look, it has never occurred to me that someone like Professor Mills, after 8 years, this is why we go to the memory of Papa no pen oneself. Papa on pen oneself. Now, brah, so you know, I can find the account. They say maybe a better semi new year because and Crawford no more super papa. Mekaipa said, Prof, Echo, you be a State of the Nation's address of Parliament. And I know that full year. Then a nipa, the Sani, and find a pay a woman. Emma and Crawford the ringing too. Look at the picture, at the picture, at the picture, never pay any fee. And then, some Crawford now, it's not the grave so. The people who, you know, ridiculed this man once was alive. Omuka in some more yell about this man. And then these are the people standing on his grave, mocking him, even in his death.
Eti yɛhwɛ ɛyɛ abronye nsɛm a ɔde akɔ to CID nso anim sɛ wɔmonye santwetwemu no mfa ho sɛ basa CID sɛdeɛ wɔmahyɛ aseɛ ɛyɛ wo boss de ɔmo de kɔto wɔmanim a wɔmahyɛ aseɛ ɔmato nsampo de afra abronye na akɔkɔtoro na no di sɛm no sɛ kɔ basa CID eteki ahyɛ hyɛ aseɛ sɛ wɔmɛ BBC ɛbɛha de ana
bra say me control the Ghana police they decided somewhere and and it is the IGP of Congo and I think Graduate Prof Graduate here they can yebua CID commander eyo mind say wonyo manyina Ghana how are you this is what they want to do and also when you be out 37 military hospital in Kikamhu. This is a military hospital. And so, of one more time, this is what they want to do. And they're your own business. Like I told you, I don't even want to dignify this. Sebe, mandate and snap. That's for me. So, because personally, because I've taken this so personal. Personally. The nipa that's the needy here for Emrana or Chiaste at the picture nipa channel or memoir. The manner in which I'm for a more keep pay Emrana or Chiaste na and ne pay one woman and that way. Woman and snap in the bosom of the Lord peacefully. Why do you want to do this to the memory of President Professor J.E.A. Mills? Why? Bonnie Ben, why? The Bonnie Anne said, Obedi man, or mem, na Sebio, Bramino Casti, Seprop near it,
yeah.
Ntianopena na area sorry. Now this is the discussion now informal. This is what informal and they can come any kuku any do a down.
And that and they can come what didn't we out power?
Make me a my senior brother. Onokama say he's the only begotten son of First Samuel. Now, if you are the only begotten son, and this is how you want to dignify the memory of your father. And okay, the AGYEMAN now do means 88 no kind informal newspaper. How would she feel? The widow, Rabini. How would she feel? How would she feel? Are we being fair to the widow? Are we being fair? I wish one day and you can come back to the other side of the line. I mean, these are the one or two issues. Andy was extremely close to Paul. He was extremely close to Paul. No call Paul. Is it the best way he can honor and dignify his memory? Yeah? Bruh.
That is a very quite dangerous story on here cries and you discuss it.
Bruh. And yeah, dear man can see I'm so no cry. And so everyone may interview with Kwame. I kept saying, he said, look, Kwame, your brother says they know the cause of death. They have the autopsy. Let this matter rest. And my Kwame can say, I can walk around a baby will be said, look, we should share the eyes of the dead. One shall bear the Ube Musamai. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. That saying, Papanum Ekato, they are the reason for it. Say, Bibiana, Yeman, Yeden, and Ka. It's a good reason. Not an obey, no other paper but the informal newspaper. I wish that we know that mean a day and they can come back to line. I mean, we some one or two persons.
The ATB, your best friend, and I'm saying, yeah, a system in today, yeah, the ATB, best friend, you know,
no, I mean, we some is there. So far, only 8 years after his death. Is that how you want to dignify the memory of him with his informal newspaper? Andy, on purpose, John Mahama into every negative or negativity around about him, if you will be using the paper to promote that. Because yes, why would you do this? Why?
Okay. Now did you tamaklo? You know what you ete ya betwa na ya to an komodo so so de afiro ibia ya betwa andi so
for platform you say discerning people and obey omutie need effort and almost and the almost trot omutie. Okay, nanka and obey nanka the conversation na how this COVID-19 oye ne kesi abeto mai sai na ye bit me to ana mo because that headline and I'm going to see dignified. It's not when the people cry at last.
Me no kase na obi asande message na no kase said ya wo kan se na nka asem kura de yemfa ntu be ne ebia dachi bi twetwemu ba betodwa na mfe na twetwemu no kire se sei na esi ya se na ka ne put the matter to rest ana
you see my catch was autopsy report within you and two maybe I mentioned audio in the interview. Maybe I know Abuama were listeners. Mentioned Yama was Amen. Okay, no Abuama were listening. Na sebi. But yeah, I know at the Sunas. Adia Busian for reputable hospital doctors. Aye, authority. Yeah, the way aye. 2013, Obian challenged the report. 2014, Obian 15. Additional information being about will require you offsetting the current state of affairs. Bruh.
okay lawyer
That's basically the issue. So that set a man, or the Uyina Kuma to what to say or better or my, we can dignify the body, we can dignify his name by stopping this.
okay anobe ya da se Yene lawyer Eduji Tamakulu ono na oye 8 to oye former president Osenye Frankatuni edema NDC on yene no din komo ni nyina ne fa esembia eye informer de obokrata edita ya ndikankam edi ababeto eye ne front page ni nyina ne se ni nyina ne se we quote to attribute story no to eye lawyer Eduji Tamakulu oye 8 edema enkane mampanyin se akoka se beya president na kasa oda na ki nkutu o mampanyin dada mills na nkasa na yenyin hwehwemu ewo ho emu kiremu eno dia brain pasoguso a wutie Ghana muntie wo need 100.9 wadwen kire ne baabi a de befa eye 050372 1744 050372 1744 na yahwe na yetimi akenkan ne de amount oko Facebook live free ma bankra da roma jumede ne live wo ho eno na ye need 100.9 FM need 100.9 FM Facebook live oko YouTube channel na Despite Media YouTube channel no obe search Despite Media need FM wo ho o boss wa na chese bibia dem yopo andi kan kama tro nsem yibeto abonten no aba homa no so oye editor de ma informer de obokrata andi mache
me na me doso ani di mu chewa tifu
eti obodo so na pomu tisen
obodo de ache eja mpana na ya bose amanse nyina benya COVID-19 ho adru ama ye ho atoye enti apart from that obodo asida PC na ya mano
okay andi na mene lawyer Eduji Tamakulu akasa na wadi ho ya papa fa story a wodi ababeto front page because you anya sa no kan
agozi
Magjerry ne
o Magjerry
yes sir
me ba jo o kan say in fact my mentia wetifu nyina na me mo mabaso because we platform me and your platform ketwa this is a priceless opportunity. I say di juma educate entertain inform Ghana for mo ye juma na men come mo say mo so mo boa ama Ghana atumpu
yes
Jerry also can I say Mama study Nyamabi Street, Record Street, and Sana about the AGYEMAN issue or the issue under reference. Edu Jitameklo would want to be what the world to believe said, and he can come. No, I have no mind of my own. When he was going to contest as youth organizer, Greater Accra, he came to my office. Onkaya, Onimia, Jitameklo, my good friend, of Palm, the office of publication ben the man here and someone Greater Accra when we were going to contest. So today, because Wakwako Kasema Enye, I am Matron, I have no mind. Fine. He should check the record. I don't begrudge him. He's a lawyer. I don't dispute that. And he can come and say, my lawyer. And yes, over Kwako Siadia. Meeting you is to check, cross-check from MPs and ministers of state. I'm in Omako School, from Kimpa up to Kofi Annan. And I'm giving a classic way Nipa Obebu Salon. I mean, Professor Eni was my supervisor, a very good lecturer. Almost have a record for. In Tiana, Mr. Mekwa yellow. May yellow. Listen, Yamini, because I'm Brazilian, the 2 year book. Ye bomba ashe nyameni to be pejaye ade aso America no uvia edu Jitameklo no wa camp Psalm 134 otia oyemi nua pa adada mi say me and can come so we ye bibi na nya ense se meka kokwa anyi do na obo ni di no kokwa anyi do life you see because they are not loyal. They are not loyal to people. Kokwa Yidoru was my boss. I worked under him at Ghanaian paper or thing. Any the Ghanaians only Kobifiagbe, Miami boss. I worked under them loyally. And so listen, I will never betray them. I will never betray Kobifiagbe, my boss. I will never betray Kokwa Yidoru. Fast forward. Kuku na yina yejuma to the castle. Okay, say yes. I'm a Ben President Millspa, no doubt. And now you Ben Papa na a young Brassier, and I did Ben as soon. Kokwanyi do paper now or set up a Ghanaians and the Ghanaians way.
It's not just an informal democrat idea, Coco in the movie.
Listen.
Yeah.
I am just telling you that this is Mark Jerry. You should let people hold you for something. One, principle and loyalty. They are not loyal. He has just confirmed that he can be loyal to people who have helped him in the past.
Yeah, Edu Jitameklo no nye loyal to Amafo Awamabo.
Onu Edu Jitameklo Kuku Hills. Now I'm back on you.
I then I will conclude this.
No. I am telling you because listen, he's talking about Kokwa Yido. Kokwa Yido has nothing to do with the informer. You can check. Listen, we are Papa. Ye bebo abaso. One ye. Na ye numu kasa. Okukumu na mantia. Ye beba montia babeka. Listen, Okan Bibi. And I'm not a lawyer, deal. But his opening remarks or say asem we dey na anka hu nya na anka hu nya why enra anger a man no he was driven by anger our customer or can say o mampani na Akufo-Addo so person hu ade ku president Musa onko tu ni fu wasundwe park no fan ko ni fie no doctors private doctors no conduct further investigation Edu Jitameklo want the world believe that he lost President Mills, yet this is the way he wants the man to be treated, or they should go and assume the body of the late Mills.
But and you also kind of bebuomo send another that go for the fie yenye autopsy.
Jerry, he's telling you this morning upon sober reflection. And I'm grateful for God. I would have wished I would buy, I would have seen. Now I think him out can say. But of course, now we can cancel. Say, oh, man, penny, also Papa Yasem, you love him. You want us to believe, say, oh, penasem change. Yeah, mammy, now do. Yes, and in Boisier, and a old man or so, Munko Tulifunu. The Munko Tunu. I was in the park and found a man penny fee. Now, one private doctors. Now, conducting further investigation. I do G Kasa on the opening remark. Or Kasa, Abusian 4, autopsy by Abusian 4, you are Kadima Mills at the Betu Jase. Autopsy report about Omadia too. So what was the anger for Enra and Yamoka? Sir, Omunko to Papa Nufu. Indeed. Or this autopsy report, Ninia, you are Kadma Kaya, me Magia Tuno. Intimate for Kabi, Assembly Abu Baby said, Omunko 2, President Muslim, Nomkoya Feda of investigation. Like the way he is demanding from the president with arrogance, Onko Tulifu, and Fanko Nifi, now I'm getting the private doctor. No conducting further investigation. This is the man who wants the world to believe he lost President Leon.
But Andy said, or can he say, yeah, it would you to me say na at the Okana or Pache say he meant his words. It's some kind, you know, because sir, or man penny fear dear. A better than Yakotu Funu, the Aqua man penny or Tesson fee. Say Yakako autopsy. It's a Biana, a Yababoom said, you're no cano.
Ababoom said, I dear Barney thing. And I'll cook assassin. Or my before, Nina say for whatever. I'll cook assassin. Massa, we've moved on with the death of President Mill. Namifa, Nikransi. So, what? What can, as a lawyer? So, what did Nibra, Kadma Mills, I can't get to you. So, why are you now imploring the president to go and conduct further investigation? I'm not a lawyer. But listen, I will advise him this morning. Statement in our car, so report about Anka and no necessary G2. In the other awareness, you are calling for a further investigation to the man's death. Master, you can't weak case work on. You can't weak case work on. First, what G2? Say, Master, I say we are by a G2. Into one Kasana, your day. Assembly. One Kasana, your day. And you be a so lawyer Tony Lita. So
yeah.
He is the lawyer for President John Dramani Mahama. For Dramumano, was the election petition 2013. A man couldn't get by. Lawyer Tony Lita. The stature, caliber, the brilliance. Pianimo, the record, Okumha. Now what solely Tamasi ID. And Yabia is said to be part of lawyer Tony Lita's legal team. And now this man is chamber. Lawyer Tony Lita. And the woman will say, as some of the time when you different. Eh? Sir, Omunko 2, President Efuno, Lawyer Tony Lita. And a smart. Listen. Or can be this, I mean, President Mahama. And listen, this guy, Edujitameko, my own brother, is more dangerous than COVID-19 to the electoral fortunes of the NDC and the President John Dramani Mahama, the standard bearer of the NDC. I am telling you, more dangerous than COVID-19. Listen, you know why? Listen, jumping to conclusion. Anyone man had there said they are the ones who go around destroying everybody. For NDC. No, Marco, former President Mahama said, and President Mahama said, when Pawasa, no, Master, Edu Jitameko, I'm another said, Nyame, Nyamia is summoning Massa, ye be ko so asom ne down. Why say ne nyame apa ne hontuma that they are the ones onu oka ho bi and omu tinti and omu say amanfo omu so mako from President Mahama when pewasem can come and pewasem onu aduti into of President Mahama sempa anka in some of obey a special aid to the former president no one be cast them with and then what for ya oka and some of can no really no impenphobia friend atunifu into mu tunifu nanka me ono a me ba radio so anopai a chompa and I'm the magana for a chompa and I'm President Mills in the bush. But listen, one year is and our costo I can't sell a good and the master said, Obi any no good say. Omo, Eduji, and Manada, the paper said, Omo call 18, but mapping everybody. So, Omo, no President Mahama, ask them to Obia. Listen, these are the people. Look at the trouble it's causing for the president.
Na Andy mebao, maya why bibi anymore. What's na eduji ekeka wo honsem woni nkrofo bi honsem. E de trauma mpanyin dada Mahama.
Say, me president Mahama asem. Masa e ba ni say. Say me e grand asem wa kokko ka kire no. Me ka kire. Listen. E grand asem wa kokko ka kire no.
What no what personal problems biana?
Personal problem ben e ba ni say. Inti na che usum nyame a ungu adi masio. Ye otanfo abeshisha ma wono. Masa entimu da. No weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. Edu di tameklo. Officer me and I am target and our corporate the Mahama or cemetery. And I will go say. And I want to believe that is the same thing. Oh yeah, this destroy amount for because they want to be closer to the former President Mahama. Listen, I won't beg for audience. Near me here at the bois President Mahama. Near this no Obieni. You should go and check the record. The reportage. You should go and check when the president was on his speak out tour. You should go and check. You don't know what President Mahama seminar. Now, same way now, you are more dangerous than COVID-19 to President Mahama and the NDC. And let me tell you, yesterday I was privy to a meeting. Senior lawyers of the party, the elders of the party are not happy with him.
Sir,
I am telling you.
Sir, why are the important?
They want to be the first to run to the media. They want to be the first to run to the media. And then, praise singing when there is none. And what?
Andy Mbajo, Ediji, one was so my DN, as senior lawyers of NDC party, and Penasame.
I'm happy with him because of this ultra sister. In some of Kofabaye, or Muko to president, They are not happy. Senior, one will say senior lawyer, Biaba, Bekasa. Senior lawyer, Abba Bekasa. We have senior lawyers in the NDC. Even you rat on the leader. I'm a deep woman, I'm a puno. But you saw my story. And you want to show a letter, no? And you want to present Mahama lawyer. Into a banner, then I do this time.
It's all print who ever man penny that account for.
That is the matter. That is it. And that is what the elders and senior lawyers are not happy.
I said, do a print when I check Kurana, a be affected a year electoral fortunes and the amount man penny Mahama.
Because as I'm a cocaine, I was super man penny, a commando mini. So we go to president or Washington Park and found Conifee, non-pet private doctors. Now, among your further investigation. Master, who bet me I catch your papa?
But dear woman is say, Andy, Andy, Yabuchana Timmy. Say, Edudi shoes mua, a year the boss. Na ebia amanfo ka because Ghana has said some yatia dear ne cool Professor Mills dear ne cool no eti ebia na some na watiatia na me no why you fed up into the man no can't answer me you ana.
I don't begrudge the President Mahama through his lawyer say Omatrama the CID of the Ghana Police Station to invite Yenna Kwame Bafo the name of political circles as a brony. I don't have any problem with that. But see, the problem is what Eduji what videos to Akan. Enti Omampeni President Mahama. So I am yes, so you two lawyers. Into no our mama Katana. I will not carry what you fan of pay. 10 years President Mills Abusha for Bekayano. And one no. Into your next session. Into one quanko or that one ma if you so and run. Well, sister station. Okay, FM. Kwame Kuma to see a tigam. Uncle Cafe or Mampininko to flu. Now, found couldn't see for further investigation. Now, you want to usurp the authority of Yeuratonilita, a very brilliant lawyer. What are you talking about? Masa, okay. Mumayang Nkano Krentra Yenyan na Amagana and Tumpon. For the fact that I have NDC doesn't mean that there will be in Kofubi Yemabia M1 partner and Sister make can come, make canning, make canning. Tana, a BC MPP, new government, why, ya canon, ya the cannon, that's hypocrisy. We must stop.
How did you be obey man penny Dada Mahama no? I said the now okay, say I'm sure bit me a hano. Ewo eye abatu aye babetui. Adon ma penda da onimu ana na said it.
Media minim per year 2016 results say NDC was 44%.
Yeah.
And we need a floating voters to win. Omu percentage is between 7 to 9. Media. Yeah, my parents say you 7%. Would you can 44 hours?
51 eh?
Who win elections? These are floating voters. And the floating voters will vote for you depending on your policy, alternatives, programs. The conduct and conduct of your appointee, members of your party. And the President Mills, a bush and be sorry and our team said you become a crew. And now President Obama President Mills, and you know President Mills, a leader with distinction. You cannot take it away from him. We know his record. A full price scholar. God damn it. Now who was sorry so Munko Tuli. If you need ya also one President Mills, no. So Munko Tuli. Now Omampeni Nkotu, now on Fanko Asunjwe Park. I will say Nifi. Now on conduct further investigation. You see, Sakasa way in Rano. Obitia. Masa. I want to trouble mouth. In fact, I am calling on the elders of the party that they should call characters like Eduji and go to order. They claim they claim President Mahama. You see how he destroyed President Mahama this morning. You see how he has destroyed President Mahama from yesterday to today.
Oh, but and then some of can you say papa on na ye adwuma in fact so do odo papa na in some way kura no wo de abeto abonten no abusuafo kura ate a eya rekosem and nti dia wo kan menya so say okasem boni bi de tia sabi Professor Mills.
Listen, the first president of the Republic of Ghana, as far as the current dispensation is concerned, he died on the job. He died on the job. And then I mean, for President Mills, a crime is here. Now, me say, if you are Obiano, Obeton Super, Ebu Amagana, so I'm a yatum. Listen, who's only be Palaya Juma? Master Papa Nanyani Baby, he said, oh, no, I did to me, a lawyer, or did to me. That autopsy report now. The family for the king can't say, and one on empty, and one call sister station, Uncle Cafe. And now, my president, I could find the order, so Uncle Tufuno was from J Park. na ɔmfa nkɔ ne fie na ɔmpɛ private doctor na ɔmo conduct that investigation na nyɛ den.
So kind now so would dia bayo na also one far man na kaye de.
Listen, what are you talking about? What? Is it on? I must report it.
Yeah, me say what editorial policy the bank said ya work with some media.
Because I don't listen, Master. I don't even expect him to go that way. Because as I know, you rat on a liter on Nimra, I na your pen at them. And you are ko down the ID. Opposite catcher say, you rat on liter and a small as one cat now. And from good on you rat on liter in face. No, on come in here, say you rat on the liter. And the smart, and I will know when you say you rat on the liter. What are you talking about? Listen, okay? So one mre wants to nanya mi am pejawa. Wa wie ye nyefe.
But Andy,
where me bamba e ye futuo. Ma ye nyina ene. E ya amanyo semi. So ye mre ye wants. Ye nsia de nanya mem. En se ye nimunyam. Ka o kasa no tie.
yeah.
Ana wo sister station. Ene ye ura edugita Microsoft president Mr. Sempa. Na report na ni family di buy no. Oh, omaji atum. Nti na okoka say so mo pese omo investigate president Mus ana na eku president Mus omo ko busa kokko anyi do because on na say oya oba no. Nti opese opaka say kokko anyi do na eku president Mus.
Enra sa no kan ye.
Masha go and get the recording.
Yeah, because I said you're meeting here, meet me in your recording in TSC, but we are working on it. Or can say, Yanko Bisa Professor Mills, new woo, I say, free Kokuho.
Me say, the tape no. And now we'll go for do so no no so president Mills in that phone. Omunko Busa no. Go and check the primary document, the source of the primary document is with you people. Your sister station, need to happen. That you time kulomo mama fe tama me ya bofraba radio 1 radio 2 GBC na lawyer kuku dampa mbi wo ho yesa ne lawyer ekum of Pechi of Butarigi lawyer ekum of Pechi of Butarigi of Azino Chambers wo ono na no oba radio so na what threat mna ubenim say masa that no your president Mr. Senior go to the law report you get his name there lawyer Idikum as in no chambers of a Pechi of a Peki for voter region after skuma mania uko Pechi and the sakwan le do ko pando ni na sefo of as in no chambers much threat them na ubeti asie enya say yenim sa caliber of papa yo anya the baby chrono ye will be because omo pese omo nyamre e mamra no ehia no radio so no omo mpeba na wo awanya kwan na wa omo ubanso a pasa omo ntu omo bu ewiase fanhwe ni ya hu
but obi beka say one ne what personal beef in tina akwa say sansemi.
This my brother.
Okay.
This my and I make cut now. When he was going to contest for deputy youth organizer, what get that? Why? On my office, I am giving you people only they become a club near and a buyer. Why? Application ban a mania from one.
But you're ungrateful to you, Anna.
No, but you see today, he's expecting the picture of a sister, and he can come. I have no money. Meaning, he didn't come. Campaign to you mean he didn't come. We have that track like charging. We strategize. So, and then you want to tell me that I have no mind? Come on. We should meet in class. And you'll see his student's level. Because I won't come on radio, Baba and the right. But I'm saying, sir, that I'm calling on the elders of the party. And when we are, in fact, the general secretary of the party, the chairman of the party, elders of the party, to call collectors and every time go to order. Because really, this is not healthy. It won't help us. I said, I want to come on a fight or a video say, Master, nye yewura milk ebusuafo bɛka yɛ noa na egye tum no nti ɛno a wankɔgyina radio so ɛnkeka asɛm wɔ sɛ ɔmo kɔtu ne mu emu no na mo mfa nkɔ na mo nkɔyɛ wɔ sɛ na anyɛ dɛ why was he calling for further investigation abra wɔ no agye tum sɛ nye na ebusuafo bɛka yɛ no ɛna ɛkɔrɔ gyina yɛn nu bi yagye atum nti saa wei me nkɔka bi I will never sit anywhere. Say they should go and investigate it. Why? What is my account, baby?
Okay.
See, Marjorie.
Andy.
My man can't be doing so. I mean, the 2 years, Sir, Abrabori, and what's here. One man, Yamia, and you anymore. Obetiashi. Me say kind to Psalm 34. A man on fan guide ne ho. Ne nyina memuna yaba amanyo semu no. Na yento yebu ahantan ahomaso yento yebu. The Russian yento yebu. But go and get a tape and play it. Allah.
Okay.
Go and get a tape and play it.
There be a menya tape na no metie ne ye.
Absolutely. So you say I mean, making references, calling for one, you don't know, so Muslim investigate, that's for you don't want to ban, into myself, you don't want to complete the mill.
And did you your hand tie and asana huno?
I am just talking in general terms, sir. Yeah, ban. Yeah, man, I mean, me a kind. That is it. But I'm just saying that senior lawyers and party elders are not happy with him. Because in some of our ordering the president said, Uncle 2 presidents. And Fanco. Nanado Fee. No more conducted further investigation. One of our man and your day. I bring you now, your president, Mahama lawyer. Una ya attorney Lisa. Lawyer attorney Lisa. Or join election petition. Yeah, master. Yes, someone. Uncle Jim Bama, President Mahama. Now, who can we be? Yeah, now lawyer on Lisa person can want to make. But you see, Otonimo, he's strategic. He knows what he's doing. The experience, accounted into a true letter. I'm a CID. CID Atusa F after Abronya. Into one turbo. Why the rush? Why the rush? And then no, some of Bekaya Waka. Why the rush? Today is making reference to the informal alone for publishing the interview, no except of his conversation. No. Listen, Okasa, radio, newspaper. I just got a copy of the Observer newspaper. Check who Observer kind. Who Observer kind. Listen.
Okay.
We knows for news. You know,
but Andy me no baby kura me bi so said ya wo kan na che say dudi tamaklo you bi a my bonyonko pa na se ususu se ne ne ye bi ne nsenkan bi emmoa NDC party a wa fe na futuro fo pen.
Oh my friend now to for pen. Say ya me nko na me to fu na ono WhatsApp me chire kwanda Unim baby a free and I wouldn't so won ya bi wo na enura bi unim no ayonku papa mu yenia what's abusana I mean when I meet with you today after this interview because I'm mature and let me tell you me come because listen I asem asese yeka na ntiase yedwuma me hu me nua digital no me no betia and COVID-19 yentimi hage yemo but atiana say ye betia no with our elbow no ye betia ye be nkomo.
Okay,
I don't hate him but I'm taking him on. I am taking him on matter of principle on what he has said. That is it.
Okay,
I don't have any problem with him. Me see me in Virginia. How I mean ye be nkomo fefe ye be nkomo fefe.
Andy Anope, be that say.
I mean, come on, I'm only a Juma, and more Magana.
Also, yeah, that's it. And the bra when your mind. Yene eye editor edema yesamufo informer the obokrata and the kankam and the yene din common nyina ne fa eye story a ewo eye the front page brofumuno ama fa na mehwe brofumuno say cause of late president death exhumed mails remains for further investigations Mahama aid implores Akufo-Addo we know and uchirema na uchirema say
dankasa no aha no mfanya hwehwemu nti ase kasatwie
a story no wa ma attribute to and God when
you talk about mkotuna dankasa no mfanya hwehwemu
okasa imra okay for money kwa micrometric
sa no moka
okay alright yet also the obokrata mo sem na dwumadi a wasogo so yi eye Ghana Montie Ghana Montie ama eni ama yonko
yo Joy ya da se na abusuafo wanum enyabi na wanum apomodini mu adwumayefo no emu aduanan enum na enya yade yi na wachiremu a wase emu nwatwe ede omu confirm ebra omu ye contact tracing ni bi ema wo mu aho enum na bepie mu se ebinum enya bi emu nwatwe enya na wase ye kasa de management mpadimfo ya na wachiremu a ya hu yi nya saade a na chese ebeya den amaye
ama ma me kwa ama so na Alpha Chronicle na sa wo hu eye net boss ewo ho lawyer John Kuma unso owanimo story na ka se nipa bonufuo bi plan se wo mo pesa ko mo ha no
e claim
omo claim ya kwa ama so ne ne kasa lawyer John Kuma ono na ye kwankyerefo panyin a oda eye National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program ano lawyer mache
Josu Michawati from
na mete won catch up dano so unfinished business and so still adie yet me wie you bibia wako there I basa good make a tie for so say eye lawyer John Komen osan you be a opre say obetu eye franka wo adwoso abato opesuwa so e dia ma MPP na lawyer enkrofo ben na yese wo mkobo opose na ko mbe yi we firi hwe
in fact my kind stories na the na meaning say any so mo yi me firi ho na so mo so say mo planted bad stories near campaign the omukushia central company phobia some be more muska na saying so here can say a video be a mo de buy or my forge me office letterhead a church of fake NEID beneficiaries nukuso now movie almost start phoning friend so just the attempt to malign me no one can say oh a buying car yeah dear I must say young farmer and no ewo make my family musika semono John Kuma Kukuni na contract to be a campaign and the and to say and on who editors in the someone trust that is the fee on the moon Telebea Moga ground so Joshua Kuriano Namia Adoma ma make my way near and after my way near also we FTP and slow me down. Then so say the baby in a coupon of seeking almost no treatment. It is all grass one for the mouth. And 9 years plot to kill me. Well, the no come the meaning, but it was a plot to smear my image and other reputation. My year for needing to the man I do so for at Wabama.
Na na himfa wonim safo
And yeah, dear, me no one share, and I know one editors in 24 now, or money on meetings, maybe friend. Yeah, Mark, the one in my Yedamon area, and I'm near the white jam. Because you man, only make a cancer my in platform, so the amount before. Yanko Ponso, I do my young media, no, I want to be far more, I want to be from without the same efforts. Now, only in one day, you better take your money, no one will say, oh, they ain't trying to swallow anything, say, and I've been more felt. It's the editors, no, in fact, almost for swap like this, some of them almost the cargo security. SIS says, editor, we have a trust and the cleaner part on Kumani Nefuno. Almost 400 copies of your newspaper. I say, I'm with you. And if you come on the amount, yet trust them, I didn't go on the past. Na ni na swigna ejuso parliamentary prime minister ye copy enuntina abasa
etina ifrihin
if free then so I feel papa until men can be brain ka the dynamics say 24 editors are omuti or say sema mo abeka nyina anya no kre especially wo share any beneficiaries na abranche na oyesa adino me no ka say with net in circuit court yeah kitchona no kind of us so we nya fake document anti nyina say entroni adada me an kata kwa signature on project anti santa me na okay for that court to review me say prepare no Ghana mbra any nyina bibi
badaba de sa na se womo ehye safo ekutupa no womo so ese womo di mabeto dwa because womo na ete chire na nsebro betwe womo finances no de ma safo yi se womo ngu wani ma sekeke
nina so wa woni se amana semde edru be ya na nsem dos enti nyame ne be koso di mo aso no so na ya se me enfanto so me mo me mane nye ho na ya komapa any lucrative ever small mine or said man penina nado danko akufado dimedi olese nsa otu yefu o say wa obeye kata se ni efini proyede o nyina wati ye nyina ya komapa ene empire bo ene ye ekuma se so de be ya ɔman Ghana so betumi di ɛwɔ yɛdwumadie.
Na edo so mo ya say na mo gina.
Ɛyɛ mmiɛnsa.
Na saa mmiɛnsa yi wo de waso toto fam a ɛyɛ mmienu ɛka wo ho no camp bɛn na ɔmbɛ so mo yɛ wo say.
Abrante na ɔgyina court sisi a the fake ne office document no ɔyɛ campaign aid ɛma incumbent MP no
ɔno abɔ wusu aduo mi.
Yes, police chief no kɔ no ankasa na kɔ police station kɔma ne be nti sɛ ɛno na wogyina so bi aka bia ɛnɛ wobɛtumi akasɛ bi a na camp kɔ na ɛyɛ sa but sɛ na meka no yɛnyina one part politics and so propaganda with the main person making us so a day after my show. Yes.
Na okwa o pre se obekwa wo ye juso abato mpeso esi so far etese wo
nyamia do my pa in fact 25th April no COVID-19 into na yentinya to aba and commit my catch say Brian never know say the next parliamentary candidates were just so here. Now, they will give you say president every person so very relaxed restrictions in an statement. That's why they were called to Havana and Chibian could be a cashipa ever back among the way just so constituency.
A dear amount of assurance no and the teacher incumbent no bibi wo ha 1 year kamunti and na ama to say see ahinfo a wo just about to embeso so manya omugidi
incumbent no em say nyamia ya dom wa several Christians and I said wa court 12 years yimina ye hunde obetun ya ye na just so ha no say your history your previous MP area with your surgery Africa no a foreign affairs minister or also corporate terms na current incumbent MP Becca so and you no plan what do so I want him deal with me as and the answer also continue and also share. Also about that need the also in 12 years. And the additional for can say a grass said the regular lawyer John Kuman so bit my year their constituency. Now we share my year on the ground and the post of the constituency and penny for near the I can tell you say Abana Electron and your close cry. A very massive endorsement of lawyer John.
say woman who say bo na betimi aba be so adwuso emu na wodna kwakwohwe ye bohye asase so
sabe be brand lady a group brand say menso be bia edikanfo esase ye bikodu ye baton be grabbing and so between the twaso
na demonstrable track ben ene wagya wo adwuso ne mpatamu a ema sa gidi etimi akosori
eduma de na me adom etima ye kakra wa Yesu pa na me akata so me electoral area coordinator enti food to the eduma no me nyoma na take so a ye ba ben 2017 nyankopon ya adoma mampani ma me di break kakra wa ben no me so me boa me commission research bi wa so my ye top priority in fact so can I want penny 1 million per constituency by or commission research be IFEC. The Yanko constituency be a now one important APO especially is sanitation. Who say Krubia public toilet or Mugisuno and Cerny. And the Meso media no type of crazy and my 30 communities and no one can say it be here, ya 20 gravy. Over toilet price you are say go be an every year. In the communities need to do a century ensure maybe a basic toilet maybe a 2 boreholes. For 30 toilet facilities near some almost 30 boreholes. After about Mabuna Jumastem or Mancran Craig Bosniaka try a boa any youth non so obi ohoroma o peduma ha no de niam ba na e de mo ni aboa enti yenya ma ye kra ya e me give pray ya boa e just constituency ama community project e koso a omo the request ba Ini bi crisis a one son bi okusa ne nsem. Nti ene o wa mo ne nsem ene o ma transition so ha aye adwuma akwa ni mo a mo ni the potential in me. 2017 o ma pani esuma me minister honorable Mohammed ene me ankasa eko India. Emma yetimi India FM na say India parents say amama magana skia yetimi di basic tractor assembly plant nyanya ya go man peninsula pressure na edeba ejoso constituency abesi senior form and also Erica one district one factory now start to promote because there's a tractor assembly plant there's a manufacture agricultural equipment in the pushing the one district one factory and planting for food agenda of government. The America agri industrialization and mechanization I can want to come. So my way industrialization in the year. I will say we have a reliable supply of raw materials and also the agricultural sector never. In this of mechanizing, there can be an production with my cost for no feeding into the agricultural share a complete a juice can be a
juice, no.
A complete juice, I'm making a pineapple all the time. If there was a farmers, it should be up to the tax. Nasania money na beposwa, we hear mechanization of your agriculture. And in here, what said in Ghana, every year, the import to $150 to $200 million worth of tractors. Unfortunately, who distribute to my phone after 1 year to 2 years now, not pass, not break it down. Because any assembly plant and not a factory or Ghana, they have to import the parts. So, if you have to be taxes, I said this is one more money. The what I'm a say to make a series about the constituency now, yet to make sure for swap, in terms of large scale farming, mining. Nina Subabuama and Nabuno Jumasoma Yakasa, or Mampeni Boshek 2016, the manifesto me a friend agenda for job creation. And you know, every Buama Nabuno so more peg my and also catch me maybe I'm answering the other.
It's a yes, with DBA, Mampeni Diama Wintina, or abuse you office and out their phone was sample to me, and we're just going to now their phone at the year be the Amaboni.
There, Massidiano. I will say Nabuno, I will say Nabunia to my ear. I will say I'm graduating my DNTI, the Mao. Access to market. There will be a ground for 9 years and now printed the now cotton on Sonia Paswan or sitting in a wow. In the manner to a meet you, and then you soon for a Ghana upon 9 and I decided here. Now, in the past 2 years, my year NEIP would NBC 4 pairs, so one of the program by an friend youth enterprise support. I know I'm net. In the 8 years, Nina, I'm training Ghana 403. And I'm 66, so I'm but by in the last 2 years, you're training 19,000 startup beneficiaries across the country, 19,000. And I have funded 4,350. This year, you're very decentralized. The actual letters are common district assemblies, Ghana in Baby, you could train about 100 startups. You are a Musuka at the actual movement. This year, the target was to do 26,000 because there were 260 districts. Until Baby, I could train 100 people. That alone will give you 26,000. You can be a local 19,000 ahead of that one. What would the difference in terms of scope and vision of any IT program on Penny Dubai? And yes, I just want to say, yeah, cow mining in a neat market. Yeah, of course, you should force you almost being as so. Now, the door now you're mining, now, Mr. Mefafanya is a very important announcement.
Okay.
Exclusive. So, 2016, or Mampenin and other than talk before a share box, say, yeah, a bemo, obviously, Kaya hostel. Ediama, Yinianamo, or Mia Kaya or Ghana.
Yeah.
aha nyankopon ya adom a ochina 2 p.m. and His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia all so na that may be no so or man penny accept any sponsor yeah boy the na yes provide the construction of the hostel no. It's under one of the presidential business support program. I'm buying whom kaya ye master no see a business. Na I will say one more master in the page. Na ye more months ye and you hostel for so more for the house. Wo na wo ye with man on the sign a plan for sweat training to a more permanent job in future, no which means a transition from kaya ye to a more permanent job of your choice. Then also so man penny other day they are solvable from much not 2 p.m. If you see hostel no traffic Kolebu traffic light in here. Now one of the powerful projects and you know even on standard December gravity now you will be says our project so I buy every commission.
Okay, and no containing a died was saying
about 50 bedroom apartment. And
50
60.
Okay.
So far.
Na we dey me no wie kra na ye nyina ye nim ye covid bre mu enye brepa na ye nim se NEIP nso mabomoden a so ne titiri yen entrepreneurs bi maso masene ya modi sika pushi wo mo se wo betumi age bibi na ya gwagwura brepa mi modi mani ade akire ehu se wo mo a na wo mo start on businesses bi bibi a modi so masene sesei akwakwa kokodru sen ye ne titiri we bra ye wo ebra enye brepa mi
COVID no idea nyapa na nye Ghana kwa wia na na report Ghana na sasa kwa ya difficult and most of them were paying. In fact, last year in a recovery rate of almost 70%. Not come up na fee o mentoring service yeah it can wow after amount here. The sample swimming drink to home from Kimi and San there. Now, and in the or more I have home in our down here for a constant complaints are ever and it's a mild and especially lockdown period in crowd and and your crowd. And business is very affected. Then so the radioactive open share buying or they over 1 billion cities. Everyone in the private sector now, a mobile 600 million cities. Everyone SMT now. Yen so young profile, you know, moving or show me crisis or be a take advantage of buying a stimulus package or the bar through NBSSI. And you know, you so any one a church or kind of a first almost which me apply no it's me support if you are then it's me lift your businesses back on track again. And it's been very affected, but that's all.
All right. Lawyer John Kuma CEO Edema NEP National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. Yeah, that's another pay. So near the come actually Yabekasa. And you for Joseph Anyakopo Shroud. Yene lawyer John Kuma osan prese obetum franka we joso abato pesua so na ode akoga na mrahye bedefie ono na kwanchefo panyin a oda NEIP ano ono ne yene no edi nkomofa nsem bia na ababetudwa wadwen kire na egusu a yeje okọ Facebook live ade oboho yebekenkan WhatsApp eno so yebekenkan na yede ama Facebook live no neat 100.9 FM Neat 100.9 FM Facebook Live. O comment bia no yebehwe na yakenkan bibia na yede amount. O kasa fidie so na WhatsApp lines and so 050 372 1744 050 372 1744 me bacha ho na de befa na yatwe na ko WhatsApp no so always say Mark Jerry you were fake, you are supporting this good for nothing lawyer to come on the show and stop what? Okay. where you flex, and now they have a flex, who message you crown 1 to 1 trillion year. Where say, Ukrainian, some Ghanaians can be false pretenders when hypocrites. If Tamakulu allowed Professor Mills, as he claims, he should have sought justice for the death of Professor Mills. He's talking of autopsy reports and 37 military hospital as where it was conducted. And so what? Isn't it human beings that work on it there? I'm tempted to believe every Ghanaian or most Ghanaians have a second thought on the death of Professor Mills. Where your question appear on the Facebook. Well, say good morning, Mark Jerry, please. Tell lawyer to stop the fairness. To stop that fairness. You want to know what killed Professor. No one yet. And I say, Kwame Champo. Where so say Ghanaians want to know. Yenjine pese yehu a dear pa ne ma or mampenny Dada Mills. Uwu ye. Inti McJerry. Kacha ne said ya won all cacao honey dear. Unya grand yenjine pese yehu. Prince Gulbeck. Also say good morning, McJerry. I'm enjoying the show live from Community 22. God bless you for the good work here. That's same. Ligri Samed Mumuni. Or say, fine. If the lawyer didn't do well, why, if you know you love President Mills, why wouldn't you also keep that secret? Now, one friend out to where you Ligri Samid Mumuni on the Facebook. Where's a good morning, my fellow Ghanaians? I'm very sure Mr. Andy is not getting what the lawyer said. You all make statements idiomatically and proverbially. We Ghanaians like talking about things which are very unnecessary. Is Mr. Andy saying he has never lied? Paul Yagbeche and Odebaye. Pabino Wusu Yu Boateng. Also, president is a property of Ghana. Ghanaians want to know what killed Professor Mills. Tamakulo should spare our ears with that crocodile tears. Yeah, that's it. Vincent Asenso. Also, Jerry. Mepacho. Okay. Also, Mepacho Bisa. Aya lawyer Tamakulo. So, why is he afraid of investigations into Professor Mills' death? Hey, Anyanyachum. Okay. Danswa Biam. Also, McJerry, stop playing that devil advocate for the aid of Tamakulo. Don't you know that what he said is an insult to Nana Kufuado? Danswa Biam, and all can say. Where's the Mepacho, please? Eva, Yemubi, Yepese Yehu. The Ekoso on the Okagana airport asem. Yo, every band on my penny baby. Ye train him. Where's Jerry? Jadia Church or Ebesi na lawyer to me kasasa na wo so washa da na asa wo so so no sui. As a jai say in kwara asem na wo ye no. Wo se me behave childishly you might say better was say. Where's the McJerry? The man is not way it's not no. They are all cano. Hey, also a newspaper naka. Na they can come ne the obe kan ni nyina no Ukrainian. Also and your cry. We agree na Sandy Abahay. Hansen are there. Or say, Andy, I'm very disappointed in you. Or say, why I'm very disappointed in Andy? You are very disappointed in me. Hansen are there. And now all kind of sad. But where did he attempt did he so the yanking kind of ready so? We say Andy can come Jadi Awokano. Because they are working in ano. Yeah, no, you movie and talk yasum. Yo. Yeah, that's it. Messages in the door. So it's your beche. Na ya febi. Edi amount. Na ye call your WhatsApp in the moon swan. Yeah, share dia. Where's a good morning, my brother, for the good work that you are doing? Na the episode can say, we want to believe what really killed Professor Mills. We want to know. I'm just another person. We want to know what killed Professor Mills. Okay, that's it. And over there. Citizen Francis MPP Facebook caucus. Also in 1995, the NDC boycotted IPAC under Dr. Ferijan. So if they boycott an IPAC meeting under Madam Jean Mensah, it is no news. IPAC deals with the quorum, and once a quorum is formed, the meeting will go ahead and decision will be taken. Citizen Francis. Ena Ode Abba. When over 95% of another appointee are cancelled, No coincidence. MPP is purely tribalistic. Nanado's cousin Gabi is confirming that. Wonder why Voltarians attempt a session under Nanado's government. Those that condemned Western Togoland sessionists, I hope your kaka did not start. Kaka be na woken. Ese kaka na ase kaka budi. Where's a good morning, McJerry? Also good morning, my friend Vivian Count. Where's McJerry? If the NDC think they are not going to the IPAC meeting, well, fair enough. 1K, Edifu Bubuashi. Where's the NDC vehemently opposing the EC from compiling a new voters register because they know that when a new credible voters register is done with an improved security features, there's no way it can allow them to manipulate and abuse the system. But whether they like it or not, a new biometric voters register is a must, so they can decide to boycott the registration. Yauza Edifi Swami. Where's the NDC members, any Bernard Mona of the PNC can continue their Azar press conferences and attack on the EC, but still, the new voter register will come on live and colored. Also, it's Honorable Carlos Ahenkra, Tama Western Engineer Laye or Diabele or the Finungwa and Odiaba. For saying it's only for the Africans, so I say, how I wish we are voting tomorrow. And could be a be smoothness level. Na NDC for Ejai Womudede. Prince Sopoku, a student of University of Education, Amasamai. Hey. Na okay, or you student of a year UEW, but University of Education Winnie Babato Amasamai. It's a yes campus in Amasamai. As the Ghana is gradually seeing the light of the day with a competent Nanado as president, Mark, please help me wish the proud dear Hunter, Honorable Alexander Fenyomakin, a happy birthday. MP for Efutu constituency. And my regards to Tescon, our more UEW President Loyana. Yeah, that's it. And also with the Abba. Before we need to us, or say, okay. Every country in the world has its own problem. Oh. Yeah, Iraq will be our problem. Syria will be our problem. Ghana, yes, you are a problem. The NDC is the enemy of progress, and they are far dangerous than COVID-19. And the NDC should allow the EC to work for the betterment of Ghana. Okay, better say. Maminko Aumaniso, na lawyer Eduji Tamaklu. Honestly, my signal is our basso. Now, also war quick intervention be a person ye for interview na many and they can come here. Blah, Margie.
Bro, that's it. Once again.
Okay.
Ordinary na my idea my response. But a few issues came up. I thought they be Obama with the benefits, and thank you so much. Okay, and I don't know, I made it clear to you to put Andy on the other line. You recall I said that.
Okay, Sapa.
And the reason is simple. I didn't want a situation where we be back out Africa to ABC because so I wanted to confront him whilst he's on the line. Apparently, he had indicated that he didn't want to engage me. He wanted to have his own way. But you see, your politics are before I obey no be for one time without you personally know. And so the outbreak and Opay didn't come to me as a surprise. I was very clear in my mind, say, of war or do me work my Professor Mills. May he so rest in peace. I will not dignify this conversation because the more this conversation lingers, now I say we are effectively mocking the good memory of the professor. Two, we was not actually clear the interview I had with O brother Kwame and the context in which the statement was made. The meaning with journalism they say, O bear story what you do is at least you contact the person for clarification. And now, make us say, if it was possible, you put Auntie on the line. So I could ask him a few questions why he decided. But at least the response today has showed me something. I have nothing personal against Anglican Camp too. And somehow I became a complete lie, falsehood. Now the suggestion by him or the claim by him, the ABCD lawyers and as senior party members, when we saw it, me at a very prime age, at my age, I'm a member of the legal committee of the party. No decision is taken on the legal matter for the party without seeking the approval of the chairman of the legal committee. Never. You can't even do it because you'll be sanctioned. So no big now so senior lawyers as it cannot be true. In fact, the last time I met the legal committee was this Sunday to brief them on my work. This Sunday, to brief them on my work. That is the level of transparency. Two, Vinia, I cannot prevent anybody from seeing H.E. John Mahama. Never in my life. Look, me papa, I swear by the grave. Me share H.E. John Mahama da in my boy and he's not relevant to me. Me papa, I swear by the grave. Me share H.E. in now out of my mouth. The word and you can come cry him or not that. Never. Because he's completely not relevant. Tabi, why? Me call it to her, yepe power to me. Then I'll say that the time I'm a woman, the quack of time they can come. Oh, bruh, I have a lot of look, your strategy in within election entails what and what to do to the good people of this country. What is it that we did that the good people of this country didn't like and want us to do differently? My interactions with JM had been focused on this critical issue. And I tell you, I swear by the grave of my late father, lying somewhere in Kwanta district, in Kwanta South, I have never met JM and even discuss and they can come. Never in my life. Because only relevant to me. Tabi, I expected, and I didn't know him. Look,
what can Sonia relevant to you? Well, repeating about 3 times, as it's trying to say.
No, when I say that, one who said, "Only Obikwitiana Umudin Komba," is the relevant issue that you discuss, Anna.
Okay.
Good. So, me call a meeting with him, then I'll bring Andy Kankan. Then it means that he has become relevant. So the point I'm making to you is that never in my life, and this is something that is so dear to me, for me to swear by the grave of my late father, I have never. If you say over now, and you decide to just lie. But I know the genesis of this.
Okay.
You see, your politics are we have choices. Such as it. We have choices.
Okay.
There were 2 general secretary election. I opted and campaigned openly for General Mosquito. Some people didn't like the idea. That is it. And so I was there when a colleague called me from the National Executive. Said, Ashimasi said, why anything? Do you have anything personal or have you done anything yet? I openly supported ABC. And obviously, he was not happy. And I made it very clear. Where I am now, and debate me about, he can call back. One can say on this day, year 80. My name came up.
All right.
Papa say HM and I will never. And let all of us who love Prof. Samuel find a way to bring finality to this. Finally, bruh, as we speak, if Andy wanted to be fair, he would have called me for clarification before giving that headline.
Okay.
That's what journalism is all about.
All right. My uncle way through who said, well, what shall I say? I say, need some more kind of a chill BB bear.
Oh, you see, sometimes until today, to be fair, let me say Andy didn't like this man. And so today's interview, I show me said, down so.
Say what down was one they can come on.
Oh, and your my baby home.
Okay. My baby phone see me that's no pay. And council. Lawyer Edigi Tamaklo, aide to former President Mahama and our tenant Kano. I need 100.9 now. Chembe Babija a year minua me you quine. But that's an idea with you.
What's ye or ha actually punk no needs FM.
Ejaba boni di adwa ma wubi eti ya menu afa hin na mahie fufuo ti ase dada menya wofo yi papa so ba fie ni anwie fufuo ya asam aba na so oben wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da kro beye de ni ehwe fufuo a akode wonwane adwa mo adwuma se me ni fie adwuma di mini fufuo kakra ba o medie no ene wato metwa mada pasa aso wo kan na matire nyira wati ate na make am meboa eba de odi komum na sese ade obra to otwa fufuo ai wo wodwo pam na wo ma siu na wotimu aba na wo sadade na wo temfra kwada ne nyina tuatwa make say ya needful sadaroma wo bia mani ye pa ya wa ya mbode fufuo ne mankan fufuo a wa ne powder wo de gu da kam kama ya yefra no needful fufuo a eni no bi na masori ba antilizi kama me di ye yo sese bia ma me hwe oh e bia needful fufuo a ye kama say bode fufuo ne mankan fufuo papa bi na wo kan say twan e posim na ede na me so kan so ento simanu mpɛ no wa wie wo hie wo kwa papa bi aguso be chese de ama mani kura agisa ne fufuo a ho ama mkoto bi kura ba ne se se de Ghana fo si pom fufuo no eno an wo ye nu enti se wo hwa fufuo won pam wo drom ne we nu a wo ho susuna bi awom wo nso de bode ne mankan fufuo papa bi ejanie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne se ne wo fa mojaduro ana pa wi ane anadwo a wo koda ne fufuo a supermarket bi am
ne fufuo a e wo wo fi a eni gye nko a
FDA anhwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye
but dia be kwan dia di na be kwan di in fact ene dia di twam adwa ka no kure ebusuafo de bi dia be afra kura sa be pa be ka no kura ka
da bi o yenya hoho bi ya wo fia ha
what fi se ena be kwan no hwe ni ne se ne ene de ne se ne chirhwam site no a ete se kura sa be no a awo be sra no wata de be no bi
o ene ne dia wati neat palm nut extract ena me dia bo abenkwan sa
neat palm nut extract
ane abefefe de dirty apa wo kan wasemi eno bi na neat foods o ma chia gu chansi mu enti se dia men sa brekura wa benwo na fe na me ko sai brakọ no abewoja so enko wo nkochi mefe ne nwa ho ena me dia ya benkwan ani steam
oh na se neat foods e dia benkwan abade a ena no ato manfo bre so
ebre do matibi so pa fi say abenkwan we ne ye ji adaje enti se wonya neat palm nut extract a wo mrekura esan say ababri so ena odi aye na nam kitua bi mpo a wo banu nkwan atafre won sa neat palm extract anase neat abenkwan ne e de ne say emu ohwam te say abenkwan ye nim dadaada no a ana so bie so nya dio wodo sa so mu hu na wa bie so wo mra kra
neat palm nut extract oh kama dodo na oni bibi wo dia san kwan we pa da wo di neat palm no bia be ya be kwan mesro mi didi a wo bia bo prumu a wusum ni ho
oh wa so
me am pa didi sem bia
yo oni amanfo amu pe bia no bia nko supermarket ani jom
FDA ahwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye
Efiura me mo achi o Efiura
yes on
machi o Efiura If you're a mechia on your so.
Hey, Eura, and Fossa Mamsu, what? I by force such yammy. No.
Once what pepper.
Oh, what fee? With the person if you grab a con. If you're right, what do you cross a bow?
Momo Quasori.
Yampire.
Eura Casroa. What? It was a so bad shower crab kumpo, Winya. Onipa da sani timi koto this way chocolate drink. No na yire ne ma edin so ahia twabianom anopa. No wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu. Wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yianom. Enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende e rekore. Na fie wura beti ha. Anopa dio, ewia dio, enumre dia mo no makodeo. Mo mame. Na mu wi a ma sora akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya.
Mese na dia ya late so miyanki kabinje fiera ya wi ya kwasere body pate ke efiera ruti fia say light bill no water bill ba wuntua bi wo boa say sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink na ba nom
ka hwe me catch you play fa say this way chocolate drink no metumi ato bi pa na so na me de so mo ahwe wate e de me hia ne nsuohie na nsuohie so me ntoi say me bufu a betumi ato bag mu a wate
yeah fiera we nkwa de ma abunfu e koto nyanwe
efiera fi de ya bro ma abunfu bi
munyam sumponie munyam sumponie na mo ba ya trimodefo
FDA anhwe se adwede nkrato mu agye atum se eye
Utie oha echi ponkno Needs FM
Jamagana for kwa ba de ba need 100.9 Jumadi Ghana Montie ye be rapo abna ye de obankrata musam na mama nka wo mo a menu mo ya ba bedu juma eye Yerajeb Kunadu Yerajeb Kunadu eye the regional secretary ewe Puemantem Eastern regional secretary edema MPP Jeb Kunadu ewu fia sara so na ye Alhaji Naziru ono nso the national communication officer edema the Zango caucus of NDC Zango caucus of NDC. Iti oye now. And can you na miti?
Zango.
Zango.
Zango na Zango. Ana Zongo. Ana Zongo.
Zango. Ana Zango.
Z-O-N. But the Zango. Hwan you wo ba.
There is a go. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Obokrata no katafa miensa na obunefo professor Jasasa obunefo Adai ya bronfu mu ya kana professor Steven Adai na yakasai wose aban ma wompre ne ho mfa nhye enkonko bie school sankwada anko school COVID-19 no ye ntimi nko ne sede yesase yekono nti abanya abote nembom final year students no yes ase trust hwe no oma kwan na wo mu ne nkotro na obi a waka bia nwofie na final year fo no nkotro hwe no na yentu ye bo ase na yade no ye hunu sa afede se COVID-19 wo ye bia yellow na ni yellow no de white kan ho a edi ontimi nsore wote akonwam saa no amantam no na wo kɔ bade a eno ansa na aban besi gina yese esesu obie anase mu omie nti on de wasra aban se ma ontutu man pamirika ni pressure nkofo de ma nachi na onti apomudin mu animdifo no a kasa no na yade ne ba wo mu ana beko na onhodi on na nkwada no a etro final year exams ne de omunko school omunko cho na distance no omunye na dodo na obi a waka bia enka fie kosi se covid ye behu ni super ne ban yi anase ye benya aduro se asemasi anya covid aduro malaria aduro we ne de ka no anase bia paracetamol na anom a ebeko
Ganiata ndo bokrata no na mede ewie eye de ubo ne nkrata no emoboso no so na mababe gina katafe to sudu mienu ewo na osuefo a ya osuefo abedi akira wo hwe amanone ensam so Ministry of Foreign Affairs eye Deputy Sector Minister Owura Charles Redu wakasa ewa hanom na ne nkasa ye nyina no kire se womo hwe ani mu se Ghana fo ma bia wo makwakodi amanone a wo mani so aye mu ntotontoto COVID-19 yi na wo mbeso wo be fie na nsonso wo ntimi emma no wo mebehwe na fe wo matimi aboa ame de wo ma be fie obi wo no okoye kokoye aba adwuma na asa aba na soma no mo okokoye wo ma na adwuma se o ma mbapa na obi nso wo no no ana koye na nsonso so obebe fie nso akwakoye boachi bidin eti ni nyina no wo mo hwe kwampa so na fe wo matimi de wo maba na nya de a wo makwakoso wo mo nyina bum se mo fo mo nyina mre o da bi anase yakofo mo nyina de aba eno no o se wan hwe ye de o meba no na afe Ghana ye cases akokɔ soro pa enti wo so omo ya ne kakra te said the omo di Kuwait fuoi ebi be ya sahanu ene aduasan ene akire 230 a wo de omo eba ye no aha saa nti kakra ene ye de kuro we so fo ba adechi ane afa we mu kakra ba adechi ane akofa Holland fo ba adechi ane aha nti ebia na wotwe we ye de we beba busumi we ye de we beba saa omo ya ne kakra na afa omo atimi ehunu ne so na nya saa wo de omo nyina ba bi kura mpo ebi omo de omo bekwa bo aka so omo quarantine wo omo no eno so bekwa akoye nsem bebre eti wo so omo ya ne kakra 14 days ye hwe na se ebi amoa ne bi ni widie mu a ye jao na jazi aba sam kwa itan ze aduane ede moa ne bi kura bi wo no mu a etimi tena ne widie mu a ono adidi abusu ne immune system aboa ne za me kura mi ntimi ntina mu biem firi ha no na ekọ na ye so ono ankasa ayira eti ni nyina no wo mo ehwe kwampa so na wo mo de aye a aban se wo boa e wo kwan ahronko so no atumi e de Ghana fo ma womu eni so ayom tonto wo bia manso e de womu aba pie mu e wo my Ghana mu na womu ne omo abusuafo nso aba beto kese e di enkomo bia no a etwase womu die se omamba Ghana emma na saa so na yenya ne ntiye e wo hanom se Ghana aban no saa bre de ne nsa aka eye ventilators ahodo edu a womu de ba beboa na COVID-19 ne ko ni nyina no yebetimi akon ne kama enrada enwo se aban ne ensa ekan ya we no eye companies mienu enwo mo de ebabedan eye my Ghana eye Pwood Limited enafe tema bonded terminal womo so ensa ede baaye womo na eye ankrankra companies anasa ankrankra dwumeku a womo de sa ventilators yi enyina ebaaye womo se yemfa moa na COVID-19 no yetimi entu ne kono ase Senior Minister ya osafomafo energy ye eda ase na waje ye no ene pani kwantwefo a woda eye Pwood Limited owura edu ata kire ye se womo ehwe na womo de aboa COVID-19 esan so womo ka so mu gya abo aban ko aso a aban ne nko ane kom ebebu enti wonsom ene nipa e wo so womo so ye bi na yetimi eboa COVID-19 no ne kom nyina ye de dewbon krata ne nyina ensem no akwakogu
nana makoma ba fi boaten ena ye amasapon kuma Jesse woman ebe boa me dewbon krata musem ye de bre woni 100.9 medical catcher se ne womo a ba beji adwa na ya dwendwen ye man Ghana hu samakodo a ekoso no eye Jeff Konadu oye Eastern Regional Secretary Ebrema Temtocho for penye de ma MPP Jeff wa ha mi hwani mu se eye Alhaji Raziru ono so ye the National Communication Officer de ma eye the Zongo Caucus de ma NDC ono so eba beka ye ho ofia ma me fa messages ne kakran twam ne yenko Tija Kujo edi frɛ ye tu obodom adentase ose ndi so for ka kire se ATS womo ebe won de ama Ghana ba be kra behwe na ede de hu ye dum so no de ba ye womo betwitwa ye akyerɛkyerɛfo wo malawanse se womo de ne nursefoɔ womo ma Ghana fo bre yie papa ewo position eti ede so womo so mo ba biem a ede mpa pote eno mo san ba aba ba be biem Ghana fo se ye nyina ye hu aban papa owo so na NDC so womo boycott yi meeting na abato na nkasa mu no womo boycott eda se no wodi awde aba we se man Jerisco government intentions to grant the donors a tax relief is a move in the right direction. Also, Ghanaians are asking the whereabouts of the AD camp of Professor Mills because he couldn't even show up the funeral. We Kwajo Edupako Concerned Patriot Facebook now the abay. We say Mebaso Kacho MPP government say on the 7th December Ghana for a better bibi banks are wama collapse and nipatifi. Nam 1 wama nam 1 buka to omujina beto aba. Now say please have you seen one district one factory about constituency mo? Well, Michia Chief Baini, Deputy National Organizer Kokono, and the free la pass by. Lady T Africa, so I say I'm surprised. The NDC has turned around to ask the EC for roadmap for the voters registration exercise. The double stance is undemocratic. Please, let's adhere to the preventive measures to stop the spread of COVID-19. So regards to Honorable Mavis, our concern. Cindy Bay Africa, so I say share. Inter-party resistance against the new voter register. No, one more press conference in Fasobi and so. Needless. I see the actions of these press conferences as waste of time and resources. I stand to support the new voter register. Cindy Bay, Edifree, Ejekaswa. Opinion 80. Also, more strict measures need to be implemented There is no better way to stop the further spread of this virus than to stay at home. Many are out and about without wearing nose mask. We have to practice the safety hygienic protocols. Another lockdown wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, also Chia lawyer Joyce Opoku Boateng, incoming MP for Nkoko constituency. Opinion 80 or the Frikaswanaba. We say honestly, I think the Mills family in its entirety deserves some respect for the good people of Ghana. If we cannot honor this man for this industrious work that he did for Mother Ghana, at least we should respect his family. Jomo di Friadio Pukiase. Mukaila Jonas inside Kerry. Also, the difference between Akufo-Addo and JM is clear. Mahama gave us doomsaw and taxed us to pay realistic prices for electricity, while Akufo-Addo came and stopped the doomsaw and reduced electricity tariffs. In times of Ebola and doomsaw, Mahama never instituted a single relief program. Instead, he took us to IMF and freezes employment, while in Corona, President Akufo-Addo has given us free water, electricity, tax reliefs, stimulus packages to revamp collapsed businesses. So the difference is clear. Let us say. We say good morning, Mark Jerry. Lawyer Tamaklo is sharing crocodile tears. There are more questions than answers surrounding ex-President Mills' death. Jerry, I understand there is an ambulance stationed at the castle 24/7. Who was President Mills' bodyguard? I raised my case. Achim, okay. Pasibotwe, Achim Bomso, Aquano de Besedi Free By. We say Ghanaians are familiar with the NDC's war songs and drums. They can decide also to boycott the elections or the compilation of the new voters register. It's on course. EC's plan to compile the new register can't be prevented. Regards to Ernest Yakumi. Where teacher constitutional free say, Oseme Pacho, and the cressa and is for BBC IPAC meeting woman ko. Aye. Say no cred dia and Yakupon Yadana say. Woman boycott to general elections and no year. Also, the Honorable Dr. S.K. Nwama Kwadaso MP. Yo, that I say, and also a messenger. What they abba. Na message when so or say happy birthday and come Ahmed Kwating of ADB headquarters Accra. We everyone mami Hadia Fati aka Alige of MPP. Mami Hadia Fati also my happy birthday. Ahmed Kwating we Juma ewo ADB headquarters. Yama happy birthday. I mean, far we Chamana filming for the phone ho. Where's my Jerry? Good morning. Bepato. Yembisa a simple question about the killer of Ahmed Swale. NPP government, you have to be serious, oh. And sometimes the munya ya 419 jokes, you know. One for the anchor. Yo. Where's the good morning, Mark Jerry? The lawyer should spare us this crocodile tears. Why? Is it true that the late Professor Mills was sent to the hospital in a pickup? And they mean him. Where were the ambulances at the Flagstaff House? We Eje Bempo or the free Ashaman. We say NDC should stop throwing dust into people's eyes. You are boycotting IPAC meeting, yet you recently wrote to the EC requesting for the training manuals and other documents relating to the compilation of the new voters register. This is NDC for you. They will hold press conferences and later go behind and beg. Regards to Honorable S.K. Nwama MP. We say good morning, Mark Jerry. The Electoral Commission's decision to compile a new voters register is a step in the right direction. The NDC can choose to boycott today's IPAC meeting for the incompetent reasons because they are best known to be the incompetent party. Utimonko Edifrika Swa. So for Mami Edifri Domi, I say NDC ma boycott IPAC meeting and net dia Mr. General elections on boycott. Also Uchia Honorable Sarah Joseph. DJ O'Malley, anyway you see Edifri go so. I say no more NDC because we don't want darkness again. NDC for be soon and they be drew a year or May. Wamuchi Honorable Martin AGYEMAN Sakosa. Robbie Fashion the Champs near Golda Hotel. Also, it is good listening to others. Yes, and they are not correct. It is also good to seek advice from others, but it is very dangerous to listen and seek advice from the NDC because they are corrupt and incompetent. Regards to Honorable Hirado, incoming MP Kwada, and the lawyer John Kuma for Ejoso constituency. Where's the Brahmak? The dangerous lawyer Mr. Tamakulu, who is more dangerous than COVID-19, is just confused and has nothing better to offer. We, the good people of Ghana, Noah, the ag builder. Jeff, Ajinedwa. Jeff Mache.
Yenya.
That is it.
Unyame adum yehuye. Bibia koso kama.
Abueman Temboko.
Abueman Temboko. Nchake si free homa munyina.
They say a primary since and someone normal to say
say nia wunimuno. America kreni na nka ye bibia se yebekoto aba na covid nsem ba MONTIE. Mpenimfo me atwesin sen ye. Sisi aye wa atwen yemu. Ese yebiti ne yare ne ko any directives a beba ekiri ansana party no to the National Executive Committee ebe share date fufura ye de beto aba no eno ana ye twen ti se na medi adom na eno enyaba pe na ye de abato no ehihye so gidi na fe ye parliamentary candidates ye de beko ekono in 2020.
Okay. Haya ni General Point na ye twen mu se ya large na 0 or ye the communication officer the man the zongo koko said the mendi so ba beka ye ho awofia jam ye she komona se ni nyina nfa ye ene NDC ye IPAC meeting which ye womo mpene so say ye be the new voter register am you kofu obi o maka omo ho abomenra ye Bernard Mona chairman of the PNC on so address ye press conference omo chire so omo pesa asofo nyina kra mbeka bi enra so many chairman of the Christian Council like asan ye wo touchlight jumedie so ye Reverend Paul Buafo akade atudwa say womono position of the Christian Council let say easy at the mra and the ye juma it is a easy the mra ye juma na say omu mra be ontieti amra bia so ana omu mra bia so na say or ye na juma toten dia and na problem bi ene ho it is so be full say easy wetieti a mra bi so a and ye fa go gina court na ye hu it wey ensem chairman of the Christian Council enra Miami program so ye touchlight men no idi ho koma or de atudwa sensem ya egusu a bobo bay no mni ade Jeff eto say
yo mini ama Jerry me dase na atiefo ayeti nita no pa nyina ncha kese koma munyina ohwe ene daily guide front page was chaos in NDC over new register. Ohwemu a enipa bi wa NDC mu a omo gitumu pa se NDC as a party is a legal being esese omo etie asemo a yisi ka no na wo momu ekeka omo ho na omo eboa emadi ntworo no ekoso efise yisi de mra na eye adwuma onto mra enu nti na besi nne omu ntimi mfa yisi enko court ese omo kwa stop isi ewo ne dwumadi na wodie no because ye de mra na ahihya to ho se nye yare ye kra po a ebebo mu ya kasa abrin ko wawie sa voters register ide da na isan yare ye ba ye ntinaja omanfo ubia ehwe se akrakakra be krakra ye ho na omape kwampa ombefa so ombetimi aye observing all the needed social distancing protocols no mane ade na utia emre bi nyina yen se enche ye bia ye hu letters asiedu nketia etwro ede kwa koma easy requesting for training manuals any ade enso beti o monkrofo radio so I am pene ene ejebe de
basa no chese wo mo pene because de ya say ye beto abakra ye be limited registration exercise
wo se o mpene a
yeah
ma o yi unye uyu
na ko mo tena on san for basa se o problem
wo se won ti ase de a ene ne easy yiye no either say o de ne be court ama easy aba be stop ana se wo be din na waboa ama mra kwan so onam so o be adwuma no akoyie na se onso omo de mra bi eko parliament esenka parliament emmo sa CI 126 na that parliament no omo mbontungu
yeah
So that they can have their way. In one breath, bisa for training manuals, how they be in another breath, for say ye pesi ebo to go. In another breath, and to kwa esi mo party mo can say ways. They are virtually confused about what they should do about the EC's legal position. Na Miriam Agere utie NDC for any womwa akambo mu ni NDC akambo mu pe se sa dwumadi na emaso no utie womwa omuntimi nkyire wo key reason why ndi omumpenu dem pa na hye voter register na da house say no muntia omuso omuntia ase na menua se obi a utie mi enim constituency friend Ketu South Ketu South wo voter region aben aflawo border no so pe udu ho na e ka kire wo se Ketu South enipa ete saa constituency no mu no edoso chen enipa ete trobo anase weja anase kwada so wa abeyo nwanwa eba ne sen ena uhu constituency na wankasa obehu se no ade we something is wrong and no na yen MPP for since 2015 yakan say debi our voters register is blotted. Official social media bebre ni nam ho ay obehu ye se we Togolese register mu or san Ghana register mu. So ye nyina ye Ghana fo a ye pay say bibia be koso kama idea. Ene mo miente ase ye nyina ye nyimfiro na emom ye mfa kwanuase bia so e be fa so a ye ntimi masa na mani biem ensa ama mewura ye register mu. Eno na isi person ya enipa bi mini ya safari chese omonte ase se isi no ekase opeso be ye no foforo na emom nkra nso no machines na kra na aye obsolete na sese yesesa no nso no omonte ase wahu enti no me trans na medwen ho a asofo bi no mo ahya ase e de ho ba bewura political issues mu asofo bi no mo ahya ase e de ho hihye emran hihye ya hihye ato ho mu comment say isi ni ntimi nye ne ope isi does not, and as of one should listen, they do not listen to anybody's dictates. Omo advisory body it is just an advisory body. I say omo kasa etu omo fo a so be too fu say just great no say opa ena wujai ana say opa obeto aso an great wa ohwe wapumuden na ohwe obi bia na say osi minya great but great ndie me no mo a eno na ma me okay, you go ahead and do your thing. Say easy to mradia ene me say ye nyina obi abesore akantia because ye nyina ne ahihye mra no e de ato ho ese emoye man Ghana ho ban no onam emra kwan so e de ye na adwuma o fa kwan a ya ahihye ato ho ama ne se onye na adwuma na se asofo enam nchen comment try say o mo beka because NDC fo aba behu aka kire wo say koka bi man na wo so udi akire na wo kwakoka bi ene che say udi sofo anase opeso ba be ye amanyosem anase udi sofo ana opeso ba be camera sem esra sofo na omo start etu o manu esi yisi force. They should shut up, they should keep quiet. Na emomu no ka hu say ubetutu efopa ama wasorefo ehu say se sebita frache yisi no emumra so dia ene mumie nyina ntai na chi na mumie nka se Ghana no ye nyina dia na ye hwe kwan a ye befa so ye betimi akrakra ye man na okira obehu na so esi gina ze ene ye beku ye ho ene ye beku ntokwa ene enye ye ene ntokwa besi hey o my Ghana ba akopɛ ntokwa besi na ye sofo na se wo support sa ade ne dia, then I don't understand you. Nyankopon eyiwesi ho se be kana asem ekire omanfo be hwe se omanfo spiritual needs will be taken care of. Behwe se omanfo obetu omufo pa. Ama omadi mmara so ede mmara ya hihya to hode boye man Ghana ho ban no aye adwuma. And not necessarily champion. Until I am happy say the Christian Council of Ghana a penny no e ba ya wadaro ma interview na o kan ye say ono de emra ena isi ni de ye adwuma. Say isi ni bu mmara so a the Christian Council have every responsibility to come out and say we bu mmara no so. Na say isi ni mu mmara no so dia the council must support the EC's effort because that is what is good, that is what is worthy. Na sa militancy yempene yenyesei edenti na NDC for mpene. That's the first thing. Edenti na omode ashas yes omo mpene na ombe yede
but it's a resistance against the new voter register for no. So enya NDC for nko wa so maka say they will resist say EC na adwen say obey mass registration.
Through what? That is the first question. EC will go ahead and do his mass registration. What are they going to do? Are they going to cause mayhem? Are they going to kill people? Are they going to break the law? They should tell us. Also, be resisting. What are you going to do to resist? So, incite your members against the law. Is that what they want to do? They should tell us. I say, you be resisting. Or quite say, ni say, you be fast are resisting. Who question software? Now, my software no be now be can say, "Yisi won't mean yes, they are pet. Yisi won't mean yes." That software no chese or boa a boom raso. Asofo na omukeka bi no muntie pa say wo yes ane mana as long as easy emumre bia so no ene na wo hye emra no mumu na ubumra no enimtia nka mesra asofo ne say wo mommode no mo kan kire wo manfo say easy bumra so dia ene me osofo meba abekasa na say easy mumra so dia mo me nyina nta na chi na ne oye no oye edi abogana mra eho ban oye ejina Ghana mra eso ya mamra no clear. EC is independent. That's also I could hoka say ontimi nye ne aopa. Now what are you saying? You don't respect the law? Say oye ka say we or you're independent. That's all could hoka say ontimi nye ne aopa even though the law gives you that status of independent. Also say ontimi nye ne aopa. Nti o metie wo wasema obeka na onfa meye adwuma. Maybe you have an interest. Maybe you have a direction now. Oh, person kawaba to na come out. Nti mesra sofo no. Yenye din ne mumu no yenhwe easy. Say emu bi nti ase a court wo ho. They can go and file a case. Na mamra na hwehwem say easy ebu mra so a. I will be the first person. I say yenko to test the law. Na yenam radio so ni ekasa ni say na yisi ayese we afaha we ayese we cannot prosecute this in the public opinion court. We cannot.
Decision by NDC on boycott to IPAC meeting.
Minia IPAC, as we said, advisory. Yekwa deliberations abeko hono. Isi ne fa the brave or the yejuma understanding and agreement abeko parties ni nyina abeja atumsi we de ya abebo an dodo na isi no e de ya adwuma na ye se ye isi ni peso obekwa akotwuro din e gina ya isi na si o se momra ne yenhia ye hia a ebeto ato adwen adwen to ato amu no ebia decisions abefi mu aba no ebi ho a ye de be ya adwuma ebi ho so a ono ankasa isi no kan say da bi we kra de ye mfa nya adwuma na momra ne nyina enkotena ase na mo se chinchin atwan ye mma se we de enye isi no e fault o se bra na be kire wadwen fa adwen kire bi bra me discuss o se me mpene me mba emra emma isi hu kwan se obekoso aye de opeso obeye no with or without the IPAC meetings. IPAC no enye bibia eye legally binding on the EC say of IPAC meeting and our IPAC meeting assemble IPAC beji atum na say EC gitum nti sa fa bia ma opekra obetumi akase meeting no kra majai ene mia me de mia mitumi ne me amepese meye no mekoso no maye wahu nti mesre ndisi for boycott na omo boycott no ehu hia emfa empuntuo emre wo mo as a party na gidi asema o mampani dada John Dramani ma makaye edito MPP force So at time when I per se voters register, and they can say it is blotted at that time. Okujina simpie so, can say, ye per excuse. They are catching the Ghana for an party for you lose. Intinu, we are vilifying the referee. We are attacking the referee. In this case, easy no. Na say, ye kukulusua ni etimi atentene yansa he referee no say match na ekoboy no kra no. Referee na eni amoaye enti na maye lusu ye. Ye pe excuse. Enti enei metimi adane akogu om so om so excuse bi no om hwehwe. Eno om akoka kire om nkrofo say ampa easy na eni amoa om. Yeah, they at that time they can pain say the voters register was blotted, and we still maintain say the voted register is blotted, and therefore it must be changed. And he said, "Emraso, say isi ni say obeye say AGYEMAN." That say wo opposition political parties ebi wo ho a almost omontiasia. Kwamben so na obefa akirikiri mu sɛ yɛnte ase if say weni muntimi mɛkyerɛ ya de potin a ɛhyɛ voter register dada no munti a mo pɛsɛ still a ɛno na eyi so de to aba ɛnei yɛhwɛ sɛ EC ɛba no bɛtwerɛ edin foforɔ a Ghana ni biara ɔyɛ legitimate to vote no ni din ɛbɛkɔ register no mu bi wei ye can we are then yaka. Obie ni wa obeye disenfranchised because say you true din fufro. Obie ni ho. And the new in crowd ya to parliament na first nanka ultimate guarantee many pa 5 usai. Say no more increase no ko 10.
But your voters ID na wo yi free man. And also another issue am for kan.
Minia. Ma yen kan de we. Wo say ade na kita ono enye enipa bi abewurewure mu a yenyi ni se omo ye legitimate asese omo register no so enti esese yesesa no si yesesa ne de a na se osan kokofa sa ade na se yemfa eno ensan koye the base document ya ene na akoye na obae wa dwe ni se
passport aye kan se nipa aye kan Mafra for you nipa bi a womo nya Ghana fo a womo wo eye Ghana passport. So what is the assurance say you voters ID na free because you see my etiase say nanka wo a wo beba kra ukuta old voters old voters ID no. One o crowd process nanka e be fast track it. Eti later na ebe hu say womo ye no kra na de free. Eti say you use passport. Ni you use eye your friend is saying passports the NIA cards and now obi obetimi a voucher for 10 people or you registered. What is the assurance? Say what may good as a document see it being here foreign.
Me mumudie.
Yeah.
Me see hey. Me ni say obi a onye Ghana ni ekita Ghana passport. Processes now. Gumuno. Processes now.
The processes but yes,
stringent process. And I'll go through. However, say even Ubikita bimpoa and you may say Miankasa no minjindi say Ubikita Ghana passport onye Ghana ni. And ye tusuminu say mpo so Ubikita bia say nipa no ebia na either say onti oman mu ha because waji passport no e no de etuko akọ ne baby ana say oti ha kra say nipa no omo ndoso as against say the nipa say bie ye senka omo fa health insurance and driver's license embe chrowa enka ebe pre ne di hobi yes ubetimi a guarantee ama nipa bako 10 say nipa omo relative ana unim wom hwe wa hwe said ye polling station structure ne tie na a small area small community uko enkura se ekura bi ho a ekura bako ana ekura miru ni akabom no ya ma omo polling station obi oti hu bi anim obi a so ho enti se ye kose ye kwa registration ya na nipa be break say na omo a won kura ase no oni passport oni NIA obeye den no hokra na ye much easier because ekura na se no obi anim obi a ohene bi etnase a onim ne manfo a ewo kuro ni so nyina a obetimi aboa am identify say we ye Ghana ni ana we de onye Ghana ni very very simple obi biara watchro ni din ewo NIA se card se LI mature obetimi ayisu sa NIA card no e de akwa akotwro ECD no se woni bia obi a okita passport ebetimi ayisu sa passport no e de akotwro ni din sa nipa nyina so betimi asan akwa guarantee ama obi foforo ama omo so aba betwro minti ye kra NIA nko matwo over 14 million people Ghana passport bebree ewo passport ye no mu asabi obi a kromufo no dodo na ade obi a kita passport nti se woni bia wo mo eni bi eni passport eni NIA card no wo mo sa nipa we can be guaranteed for ama ma ko twa omudi aba eyi no so fefefe
Intenye challenge say wo mo ye
me de me hu ni say e challenge
okay
because uko any given setting ewo ye man mu a say me ba hai nipa e wodem a nipa 5 na say ye nyina me nko ana me obi a this say magere minimum entino it's easy for me to go and vouch for you na me register so ahu enti me hu ni say enye challenge e wo say ye nyina party political parties ni nyina no ye vigilant na ye support to sa de we na ye hwe say ye voter register e be ye clean for Ghanaians
okay
say me ye Ghana ni na obi ye togoni a obeto aba ma obi ana oma asumezi ana obentia wasisi me because oba be kire nia omedi me so but e wo me ne wo Ghana for no ye necessary decide so obi your Ivory Coast ni na omo to oma ba ho na me fi ha ekwa Ivory Coast ekokoto aba ni bia masisi won enti nsese ye tiase wo ye Ghana ni nkoa de ansese wo tiase se wo voter register no obi trufro bi din e ba ba so
all right waso go so awotie Ghana montie woni 100.9 o messages no de be fa 050372 1744 050372 wo call eye Facebook live and so you need 100.9 FM need 100.9 FM eye live ho Sarah so na ko YouTube na YouTube channel no so na Despite Media ko have we need FM wa click so na we follow na o comment bi a wo bi an so na wo de ato home Alhaji Naziru National Communication Officer de ma ye de Zongo Koko said de ma NDC Alhaji Makwaba
yenia
it is a
anyamiado
yeah Ramadan bi akọ ye
alhamdulillah
okay
ya be understand bi anko yie mu na
say ye ni brepam nti ye bibia az
certainly senti se wa wonimu a wonim se bibia ntimi nko yie a obi sabe se bibia ako yie a na se obi sabe asempa no ntimi ntwa ntro na maka se bibia nko yie na imum ya da nyame ase kakra ya de ko yenim
okay
na ye be hunu na yankopon so ebeye ene nsankyerene a eba Ghana by the end of the year say bakwakoto aba na Ghana for wo mo asuansa ehun na emu odu no a take decision enu nti ena ene abeye na ewo ho a ebi mu ehun aka wo enti adeport ya
ehun aka Ghana for be no
ehun aka Ghana for bebre ya wo mo tai wo ma benyina na adoda nkwakofo ado echi esanse me hu nipa ba ko ane oti Ghana watana na adoda nkwakofo ado echi a nanim gu ase name them name them ankrankra fo wo mo a mpanyimfo a wo man mu ha wo mo etibi sorigina ekunti ajondoma ne mahama ye yi no free ho na edi na adoda nkwakofo ado ba ye na wo nyina wo mu ni mo agu ase it's a fact name them each of them but don't wa na ajai kasa wo mo no mo kasa mpanyimfo na mo kasa ntiyame nwanwa yie se ne MPP ni abetena se wo mo frɛ NDC for babies with sharp teeth ena yembu ade ena mpanyimfo kasa na yakasa na
MPP for na frɛ NDC for babies with sharp teeth
certainly
babies with sharp teeth when the originator
the originator of what
babies with sharp teeth
meaning the originator one originator
I don't want to found the guy na someone anawuni anawati when ya
beba
yeah
enti se me na wo akasa wo dem ha na me catch say babies wo why you say na o producer no e ko gina simpie so say wo e catch ra wo say wo you say what me no producer no na ye me no wo na e kasa wo fie aramwa na wo bi akogina simpie so e decide no e frɛ wa why na ye
o papa na ye ya na amafo
na me se me papa no na me kasa wo fie e na wo akogina simpie so odi aye trap ya wo de e den e wo de bia no ba na
ye go ahead
ya nia se wo ye kikan sem na nde MPP ni abetinase ahwe asofo mpanyimfo a wo mu abobra wo enye se wo mu eye asofo bi keke a wo mu ne nam ho ehwe o mu nim ka che o mu se wo mu ye din they should shut up who dreamy MPP is that how and what we have come to say na nado danko akufado ni MPP wa ban ti obi ni hu kwan bi se obekasa obi ni hu kwan se obekere na adwen John man Mahama Brenso obi a kire na adwen o ye tie ni nsofo bebre kan ye wo kai the famous nyansafo ebu wo he what is our kasa what nanim gu ase obi biara odi na nado danko akufado echi e wo Ghana ha ne nanim gu ase poto a wontimi nkasa bio mbema a wo mu dwene man no ne kan kɔ asumdwe a yakeka bo mu a yɛde hyɛ na nado danko akufo ado nsɛm sɛ wɔntumi amfa ɔman no ankɔ n'anim a wɔmfa saa asumdwe no a ɛmfa ma obi na ɔman no nto aso na ɔmo ka yɛsɛ yɛndɛ they should shut up MPP for yɛda mo ase this is the reward of the over 1 million voter yɛde ma mo sɛ mo winning election na mo bia mo abetena se ka kire nse mo bia nkasa bi mo esan sɛ ɔmanpanyin na nado danko akufo ado na yɛ president we don't enye me wanwa na me say enye me wanwa because obi ka kire yɛn sɛ wɔno na nado danko akufo ado yɛ ne nua wo na danfo papa na ontumi na nkata nani sɛ na nado danko akufo ado abɛ president
that's an rule so
say ye di
pay about Montie abɛ president abaso sɛ president boy dwuma ontimi na ko abɛ president abaso boso me grandma you
correct enti as obɛ president abaso no na kyɛ sɛ wankasa asɛm
Bianca say wankasa wa resend wa amend the new statement aba
na me say Rollins efra baby so sharp teeth no wamba nso ambɛbɔ abaso sɛ yɛ na ɛbɛku tumi akun atia abɔ ɔman no ehu ban
okay
I mean, so what the person said or has not said or is saying now is subject to another scrutiny. And I'm but the scrutiny for the day, the fact is that and obia kanye and maybe a train motor woman ye near air coso. Then any other issue. Me no eka say MPP ni biara electoral commission. Obi biara oye se Ghana ni so on America no
yeah
no free say register ye de to aba no register na to chima on my asonte what is easy aka say register na to chima easy no a ye ka say ye
register that they will
register ye kura ye register that this is the current register we have we register that.
Okay, so
no na mo ye ko tsa what ye fence regions no na ye to abayi assembly members unit committee members no na nka ye ko tsa ye constitution mrapon no ye ko tsa
yeah
enti then na register dada when ye current register
but say we can say dey dada say won ka say
baby
won ka say nye
let's not even
say ye dada
register baby o ka say dada let's say ebi fufuro aba fufuro bi emai any register fufuro register woni emumu na MPP for nya 1 million vote a wo mo de bo ho sabrane so mo aya de obi an ye bi wo man mu ha mesre mu bisa MPP ni na ti ha sa register no atochima na that is the question sa atochima nso a then yetiti ha a che say yadane emma wabra mema kasa Esan say the constitution is explicit. So we biara obefa kuti kwanso. Abe movie constitutionally elected government. Esin chen na wabedi ade no. I will say ye kuntia nipa no from beginning to the end, to the last fiber of our body. Constitution in a train, anamwa. Nti ye kuntia na nado danko akufado aban no. Say abanya edi kono koti kwanso ede ba even say odi bedi ade.
MPP the kono bedi ade.
Of course, by the assertion say register way na Togo fo ni Mali fo na egum. Togo fo ni Mali fo abedi president amayen. President Bakunya 1 million.
I think you are not being fair.
Simple logic.
With what he is saying. I say MPP before the corona baby abide. With what
President where you say my body.
But you don't have any evidence to backtrack saying that I do the chrono.
You don't allow him to
even. What is the evidence to say Togo for register? What is the evidence?
Have you seen that evidence?
How I can't say what can't you get to South? Ben Togo.
Have you
show me the evidence? What is the evidence? Did you ask him of evidence? I am telling you by what he is saying. That is my evidence. That the register that brought.
Oh, come on.
That register is full of problems.
That is full of problems. That's
correct.
Why we believe that it must be changed.
Constitution register a problem. Problematic register. Obimbra abaimu. When are they buy?
Why he can say.
Your website.
Nazero,
let me call the president until I get acceptance.
Majority, the constitution.
Yes.
And the constitution now, His Excellency the president. So the president of the Republic of Ghana.
The constitution.
And dear for front about on your president, we decided not to call him the president.
The Niaba for front of you. The fact say MPP for say register no edin anado buy no omo de ketu south aba omo de Mali for omo de say I remember Baumia at the list of people any data any pictures by say Togo for and I was register with him now why events a 1 day exercise ehunu nipa a bro pim a wo mo ye register a wo ye Togo for ebe pim.
But said to Roma consistent still one would demand say new register.
We have been so
consistent. Consistent.
Me say consistent. Say register no e good. Ye de one more consistent say register no enye no. Omu wini aba no omu jitu. Ye consistent say register no enye no. Ye lusu ye no. Ye jitu mu. Say register ni ye lusu a ye lusu. So who has not been consistent in this matter? Many MP before.
Yes, sir.
They mentioned to me by this logic I'm giving you. What will say register when ye the two about ye nya the pound free about one. It's a foreigners they go registering. Now they are called to abana we winning, and you are telling me you are consistent. Did you accept the win?
Why accept it? But yes, why we say at the end of the 12? Who accepted defeat? Because also
what it means. This is not logical. It's a fallacy.
But it's very unfortunate.
No, but because you see, I will not. will not allow you.
Yeah,
You
now-
go that tangent. I will not allow you.
From today to go,
And
until
that
I
is what I will not allow
MPP
you. I
tell
think
me
you should call
that
it to
our
order.
register that brought in Nanado is legitimate.
We cannot say
Nanado is not the
We cannot say
legitimate
that
president
this
of the
is-
Republic
this
of
is
Ghana.
not logic.
I will not call him president in NEC and call him president of China until the MPP tells me that the register that brought Nanado is legitimate. If it is not legitimate, Nanado and
but Naziru, the Awoke doesn't change the stance. His Excellency Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo on your president of the Republic. It doesn't change anything.
It changes.
You not calling him the president doesn't change on your president and on your president. Is it relevant?
I say, why are you thinking he's worried that I will not call him president?
I am not worried
Himself,
about
he doesn't deserve to be president. He doesn't deserve to be president.
You are not respecting the Constitution of Ghana.
A faulty register that contains foreigners. Togo for na beto abama yen. Endra mete. It started with Gabi Ocheredako. And one started na Ewoke to South. Nipa say na den and a Nipa do say Ewoke to South. And the first thing Japan. Then the secretary of the MPP. And the same way be by. Unim na me ya. Emre biano a ye be start sa sensem we kan. Ye start with Agbefo no a na be we ozongofo so.
Oboa. Nasiru, don't bring the
I have critical. I have
Nasiru, Alaji, you are sounding so much tribalistic. You are so much tribalistic. Well, you're on the national radio. Oh, jump back on my mommy delivery. Yeah, me too.
It's very unfair.
Me too. Go ahead.
Very, very unfair.
When you speak tribal,
but
then I will.
Jeff, Mammy deli with Alaji Naziru. Big program. Me say, oh yes, sir. What sounded tribal?
What makes Gabi Ocheredako a cousin of the president, the pseudo prime minister of the Republic of Ghana? Of course. Are they on your cousin of the president?
Cousin or yet, but what can prime minister be as a prime minister free?
Correct. In all now, Sada Mihuno, say, Sada Mihuno.
Nasana constitution. Why was the constitution? The man not any constitution.
Constitution. Now I can't say I'm for register for Embe president. Yeah, no, the register for president at least by MPP standard. I was saying you put your prime way. You would say you put your to the last end because Abano is fraud. Oh, I'm telling you, the FPP is fraud. The FPP
Nazir. SMB or how what can and what? Abani of fraud over there. Electoral Commission independent
or the voter register of foreigners and the Gumuna debate winning election by MPP standard. By MPP standard, make us a match of Gabi Ocheredako. Sorry, yeah. Or say, never understand, and get to South. You say Nipa or Hodono, I say Domiko Abena, and then the Ekakam. We and you're xenophobic. Of all the regions in Ghana,
what are you bringing up?
Of all the regions in Ghana, MPP for every region, yeah, one of the fees a problem apart from your friend saying get to South. It's as on we are before.
Okay.
It's as on we are before. Look, let me not finish. You will let me finish, Jerry. Please, you will let me finish. You let me land. Please,
make us
and make us say, this is your xenophobic.
How? Is it an xenophobic? Obi the constituency be etutu obi no de aye analysis. E dey na wo chere say yes xenophobic.
I work Ghana. Nipa dos wo mu. And nipa na ketu sa.
That's the fact. That is the largest.
Send the analysis are all yeah. I don't know the point of reference. So what you mean Kuku constituency in back as a analysis?
How many people are in Bantama?
Yeah. What be verbal some part of my
this is another fraud. And I also say why and I make a material. I do publish your butini. So move say bi mu ye nipa na bi mu ye nipa.
Mami be say
how many people are in Bantama in the register?
Good. Mami be say I don't know. For now I can't confirm the number of voters that were Bantama.
But the number of people in Bantama far exceed the number of people in Ketu. You see the point still
you are spewing lies.
Say eye eni eno MPP for ate esi ebi mu so if he say woman no omo say fata say e be kan wo aka Ghana
na me bisa wo say interparty na me bisa this question
na san krofo no it is very legitimate say Jerry ye beto abade bia political parties ni nyina e the cast esi nkran ha e bi si kumase nkrokese ni mu nyina na omo sesa nipa e de akomukuru amanfo akọ register omukuru on the basis of your friend saying member of parliament or mo pese omu yi woko areas ni bibi wo ho a it is based on the tribal lines say woko na say tribe way na edi MP a okay the regional minister so be ma tribe way na womo doso in that particular region, you know, and then you get balance and it carries everybody along. Inti womo take the voting of a parliamentary candidate so serious say or to him for crowd beba ho abe register. So if you go there and register, and don't just what you want here population census it can catch you. Besides that, yet you my muha ewo yemrem say ye bibi a friend ropa the representation of the People's Amendment law. At say yen you are no more abutire no yen constitution see yen more kwan no more register. Let's assume without admit say one more take Ketu South and I say one more muti Togo out me Ghana for they've come closer to a constituency in Ghana and register to vote. No more ebony. Is that vote legitimate or illegitimate? Why don't you think about all this? Not xenophobia. To say modia promote you on my way ever payment there. It is not by accident. Say mpenyimfo what party ni mu etumi hwe eka say won free tribe we na free tribe we a untumi ensem for tasa obeba be president. Ne me yare say wo mu free zone your friend say gbefo no so a omu wie wo zongofo so that is how it has happened. History has it. Omu from ha no omu wie wo zongofo.
Aban what a whole ministry so be cater for a zongo. A whole ministry for the zongo. Now on win zongo for. That knowledge,
a whole ministry for the zongo.
Zongo for the zongo community.
And I'm saying that zongo for no money ministry I cater about them.
Abasi a single ministry. And to the BBC house, I would say one more year no maintain the BBC house.
You see, this is the biggest fallacy. To me, and anyone kwa kumputu egu menuso. Zongo for the critical issues are mukra. The issue of marginalization. So when you the inclusion of the Zongo people, at least within the Fourth Republican dispensation, started with the drafting of the Constitution. Said the Beya Bejinaho. Now you say Ghana for the year. The Zongo representation. I'm a Mokotana drafted Constitution. That is inclusion. You say ye mamu independent. Ye mamu ye friends saying holidays. A big achievement inclusion and your friends being part of the major system. I national cake na musumunyebi. Esanse ni esefata ese yedbe ma Julius no yemfa mano na the esefata so say rema Caesar yemfa mano nti musumunji mu holiday inclusion. Ofri wa yese hwe senya mu system si kono emu be hia education to say ebe musu betimi dia contribute to the socio-economic development of this country. And in this yaban science so then Islamic education unit yet done makaranta systems, you know, into your friend saying modern and also Western education. And they are also contributing, and most of them have passed even university and are serving in our various public service. Yet the concerted effort at the by yourself, we need to develop the Zongo. Okay. There is not a single Zongo in this country. And this is former minister. There is not a single Zongo. And there more facility be or more useful. And ye NDC for Neyama. I'm throwing a challenge. Facility are useful there in the whole Ghana Zongo. Jomhama Echiche East Block. Or the Baku, Ekoma Swasi Zongo. Woko Fadama Sisia. New Fadama. Woko 18-unit classroom block, 3-story building. It was completed before we left power. Up to there, Yamfang Kwalan Koshemo, Sanse John Mahama is here. Or the minister there. Minister there, the Amano. Why should minister no? The
AstroTabs, the ICT centers, I want to see what the Zongos are.
Minister
no capture, yeah.
Minister no bra. Your kind say we call here consultation. The
needs assessments, yeah.
The leadership in Zongo say we want our children to be educated. Educate our children for us. Open education, who could see AstroTabs. Nanado Danko Kofado. AstroTurf so na de koto ho and okoye lawyer be president.
That's something this assessment of a
lawyer president I know and some for
and a footballers and also in the footballers baby.
Football, let me go back to history. Let me tell you something. Football.
Okay.
Now you footballer BB anymore. Oh sorry Razak Mohamed Polo we yen nyina zongo fo no e na ka bom na omubo. Sika ba football no na ye di omo to nchen. The issue of marginalization I'm talking to you. Ye yi omo to nchen. Na ya kwoti sa nipa bi aba ama say because sika ba football no. Take the statistics. Go back and take the statistics. Ye you omo to nchen. That is the issue of marginalization I'm talking to you about. And the NDC is the only political party or one homebody. Back to the register. As I speak to you here. As I speak to you here, the position of NDC is explicit. Then you see, we say we new voter register. Won't you can't say what the Emra Ako Parliament say who kweshe Emra Dadano? I ma voter register a voter card a card a nationally accepted card. So who could be a chance we are Ghana no won't even find no any. And then and about MP before 1 million vote and winning election. And then almost 1 person register. Then
so you see independent. You see can decide to do it until you see
we are not talking
MPP.
Then MP before MP. The issue you know out the one. One kasa wunim the circumstances or the bar power or the bar no office. Yet template ye the anyone thing a template will be your fancy office at the man. Send a bay or baba ye juma be. Say juma no na was start here. I mean, this one does it take rocket science? Does it take rocket science to see? Say what how we with juma. Na ye do when what thing and move through us ubimbra. Now manager no avedi one nipa na odi about from this is a problem be because you to me a manager to me and for and yes I do man to be you everywhere by every means necessary. So the fact still remains. And this for Yejitu say the system and the data we have today is very legitimate. Who a problem be our officer your friend register no. So officer me many can say me maliani not me wo your friend say register the the constitution emrano makwan.
Okay.
Pani panuko na yenye ni din free mu.
But that's it. Aladi mame tuaso 941 I need 100 points in Ghana Montie suni mame fa messages in trim na me mraje so Ode yadi feature must everything has shown that new voter register is the only weapon to beat NDC and Mahama in 2020. I will continue to campaign for UC to change the register. So President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo can continue the good work until 2024. Ode free a year tema and Ode Abe. Boyson Nana is the worst president of Ghana in the Fourth Republic. I thought he was a lawful lawyer as opposition leader back then. Why should you suddenly becomes a lawless lawyer after lying to the electorate for power? Mr. President, what did you do about the recommendations of the committee that investigated the Ayawaso West Wagon by-elections? NPP government is a failure and must be kicked out of power 7 December general elections. We Mashoud Odifri Abelempe Ena Odiaba. OPK Gosso, as a visionary and competent Nanado, came at the right time to save us from COVID-19 because if former President Mahama and NDC were in government, all of us would have died by now. A new register is coming like Kakai to replace the ECOWAS register. So for more, for Nana to do more. Regards to Honorable Martin J. Mensa, because I come in MP for Techiman South. What's that day?
When to me in Ghana,
Where's McJerry? I greet you. Number Pacho. Minim pefe say yabo a bank kuma bikurana. One more security systems in place. It's a bembe one was be because the seat of the government. One more any security measures. The hour. Well, minim the hour refer to the Kojo trumpet the free bubuashi. And the abe. Teacher constitution and the free tepen in the so. Also, the UC has chosen to meet the IPAC to inform them and educate them on the upcoming voter registration exercise. The NDC can decide not to attend, and nobody will plead with them to attend. They will be the loser Instead of them to educate their supporters to register, they are rather boycotting the meeting. Regards to SK Nwama. What so? MP. Where's the massa? Tell and they can come to please. Hold on, cry. Because I can't attend no Casano. Lawyer Digital Maklu. Also, arrogant. Onim dia oka. Way. Mesha Casante if you are so kind. So if I may ask, when at all will the UC realize its independence doesn't mean it should ignore stakeholders' views? I pray that God give the UC discerning spirit to do things right. Let's say no to the compilation of the new voters register and save the country. Eben, Edifri Kwabenya Wada Junction, Ochia Elekule Makudugu. When you say Gabi Asare Dako is a dual citizen of UK and Ghana, but he deems fit to vote in Ghana because he comes from Chebi. Mr. Amega, as a dual citizen of Togo, and Ghana cannot vote because he comes from Volta region. Meanwhile, Samira Baumia, who is a Fulani but region, has every right to disenfranchise my mother, who is a Ghanaian by birth, in voter decision because she doesn't have passport. Now, Samira Bato Electoral Commission or chairperson of the Electoral Commission. Okay, they say so. Brekasa Kwame aristocrats or the free Kaswa Old Barrier, and now or the Abbey. Leviticus power said the free Kaswa, see MPP led by His Excellency Nanado is incorruptible and delivering on all his promises whilst making effort to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. And so let us obey all the preventive protocols to stay alive. The NDC have written to the EC for training materials. What a hypocrisy. Ghanaians must reject them. Regards to our concern. Well, so no wonder NDC behaving the way that they are behaving at this time of coronavirus, because we have a lot of, and they can come in the NDC. An editor of a newspaper, who does not understand anything and talk without getting their head and tail. Did they really understand Lawyer Tamaklo's views? And why are they afraid of investigating Professor Milson's death? We a year and on so the other Jeff.
Again,
yes, sir.
But that's it. With the mestre no mafa kwenye so achia me penny back could be the Honorable Alexa Jadria. Mina penny me chow anopai me jidi se wo here. Share Nasiru ensembia okekano. It is a recipe for tribal problems in our country. So ye can't voters register as someone. Ye can't easy ejuma ye ho assemwa. Whether say ye mra kwanso ana ye mra kwanso. Say ye the tribe e be fifa mu pe na o inflame passions bia anhwe ye ekofa ho a ebe hayen. Se gabi ekofa eyi ana me kan K2 South.
Yeah.
Na nia me kan ye no. But the point is that say constituency be no matter where in the country, no matter baby a ewo. Say yentimi nkoka ho asem efise se betafrache ebia eye kofuo ne wo ho ana wala fo ne wo ho. Ana se bi mumba fo ne wo ho a. And na che say we are having a problem. If you say sasemo ba e wo se yetimi sichiri animu ne ye kan. E say yes, K2 South is the constituency award the largest voter population in the country, and it is true. Obibia EC registration document no is a public document. Obia bitimi akofa no ahwe no akenkan no hu say ope constituency emu nipa edoso na voter population edoso a K2 South. It happens to be in K2 South. It doesn't matter whether say beta frache eye bi muma for na K2 South ana before na K2 South. That is what I beg him, Nasiru, to respect. Say ye can't politics ye need tribal and some infrimu. E banesa na ye mwa ye man. E say ufi hwa na oba sebe tafrache mpepe foso ana se bibisa. Debi enye sa netie. Na se wo hwe Ghana pass ye kan party aye adwuma wo zongo a. Enema ye di gu akwam wo zongo mu ene sese no. E chen bibia. Imesre no. Mama Jerry, let's go ahead say. O share at the time one na ye nua ba Charlotte say ene Amadu Sule ewo isi ho hwe wo mo antokwa asori hwe wo mo ansem wo mo de bae hwe wo mo anema e bae o my Ghana ha obi ehu ye ene Nasiru kasa no wayi nani kura sebi obi a wata no wayi nani omfa enkofa ho
kan obi a wayi mframa bone kura sanka
enka mekanisa afa we de fa chebi na amantem we sabi obi a wayi mframa bone wayi nani o enso nsemu a ba wo my Ghana mu ha na Amadu Sule eni Charlotte Osei eni yenu aba opoku amankwa entokwa we chiro petition na we achiro asem we na okoye sei na okoye we na oye sei na fa ha eno de wan on kai se sa na ma we num nyina asisi yo masa to boase but they make catch on this say oh yeah adia
Mr. Bisu.
Those things, you don't ask me questions.
I'm asking you because you are saying that because you are not finished what MONTIE. They use a lot of everyone. Me say one more would kick and
say and someone this can
Mr. Bisu, or that's what president has said.
One thing you should know, you should know,
why is on no office not to say because of petition?
I cannot answer your question.
How can you answer?
I will not answer your question.
Beyond human imagination.
Look at you. Nasiru, I'm a person Nasiru. And yes, I will can ye no. I will reduce you na no correct. And yes, I would patapani kaka no. Unye be manche obi o. Na no correct. The truth of the matter is what facts, what evidence can you show? It is true, say Ketu South is the largest populated constituency as far as the EC register is concerned. That's what we call. Then you are bringing in tribalism. You should be ashamed of yourself thinking about tribe. You are a learned person and you should know better. Say, me no ti hey, me no embo tribe bakwa. Yeshia ye namfo. Lawyer Edujita Maklo a okasa ye minini shia obakasi jama onye MPP minye NDC. What you say? Lawyer Edujita Maklo e dey ni oya agbeni okatwi kasa kra obakasa ye yete ho minini shia. Just minini shia na e bon ko ba.
What me e rap on Abraham.
But they me pack can say.
Yeah.
Minia. MPP NDC. Ye nyina ye pe ade baako. Ese ye behwa ma my Ghana adiye na se ye ankasa se de ye pe na se ye mpese ye mra be ye adwuma de a ene ne ekoya na se ye bae okay emra eda ho se ye mfanya adwuma isi egu so de sa mra na ye adwuma we de mo se chinchin a chen a ye mpe ye be ye dede ye be kunipa ye be se ha be hye ye wo Ghana baako pe
okay
ye wo Ghana baako pe e wo se ye nyina ye gitum se se ahyehye mra we ni ato ho de ye be di so ne ye de akwakoye ade se Ghana fo ehu mobo se de omhu MPP mobo no moto aba mawa no mo na aye wadom se bra na beboa na bebu man no na waye ama my Ghana adiye se de ba ye hye so a ye gusu a ye niema ye toto hwe enne ye kan se year of road even though amid coronavirus hwe nyuma e koso wo man mu
okay
ntimesre ese momyemfa sa adwen ntu yetrim se eyemra ene ye de ye adwuma se NDC for ene Nasiru se monte ase a court wo ho go and the court will speak. That is all.
Say Maminko Naziru I say inter-party resistance against new voters registration. Ombeka said they will resist the EC. So be ye mass registration. To me, Ben on the resist.
To me, no war constitution. As I say, yes, we be and yet any constitution no ebo bra. Was say ye resist na ye train ba akwan so. Ye the constitution be bon ho ban no. Ye ma kwan so wo be swai. So hu. So we bo constitution ho ban. Na sa constitution na ye be bon ho ban. E kire pefe. Se wan ene ye Ghana ni. Se meti ye frame kwesi. Na me cast anti-kasa. Eno enye the justification. Only justification say me Ghana ni. Emrano and actually citizenship is not by tribe, it is by law. Emrano na actually. It is an attempt to be by the Electoral Commission to redefine citizenship. Ye dine ye hwa na ye ne constitution no kra adwuma na oye no yabobra. So we need to fight and resist that attempt to its latter. The second point, you know, say, your position are very open, vivid. The Electoral Commission, what's over through the you expect 18 to 19 million for Ghana, Ghana for Womodi 18 and above. Ye Omudin bet me about registering. And this uncle for we are, can what say, what be register? Na dodo no a ɛwɔ saa nkɔfo wei mu ekura krataa kyɛ sɛ saa krataa no ɛno na ne wokɔ bank bia a yɛgye sɛ ɛyɛ national identification card ɛno ɛna ɛyɛ yɛn dan yɛ voter ID card yisi wo so wonje na emu wo bɛgye passport a nipa bɛyɛ 2 million to 2.5 million ɛna ekura ɛwɔ Ghana ha na wa sign so abɛgye Ghana card a wɔn ankasa ɛde baayɛ no wɔn sɛ bɛyɛ 6 million ena womo etumi ama wom card womo register ama wom card na woka two we bomu a na ama obe 8 million there about so when you make no na 10 million nkofo no aka ekire no wo be da register wom a you say ene de this will be the guarantee ma where in the constitution did it say your citizenship should be determined by a guarantee obi a tell us how constitution your citizenship should be determined by a guarantee from another citizen.
Ade we are using it that and then our question is say our constitution.
Maybe so.
I said that be you go through your dear e ka hu bi. Obi vouch for obi.
Correct. And I catch also
and they said that
untimi yi kitwa. En kan jom so mo de won be ko tru. Na do no mum wo say obi me vouch ma wo. Untimi ye. It doesn't make sense. This a wo adwenpo bi. I tell say wo adwenpo bi say okay, say do no na any bi. Na me kodu voter region me shada about delay taxes yebe we na ma register ne pattern per voter region na me kodu Ashanti region na ene de ma bie mu wo be we election a one day na wo started we are da ebe to aba no wo started for day one na wo we kakran de ba ena NDC for ye hu aka kire so sa de we a wo yi e de chaos ena be ba man mu nipa dodo ano ena wo mu to me no Article 42, Chapter 7 of the Constitution. Obey every woman same. As I said, the only obstacle I want Chapter 42 Article 42. No, I say the nipa na dwem kanwa. So when you make no, I know the only obstacle. Na imom wedi 18. Now you den or yare stroke or yare den. Maybe sa question be. What do say Electoral Commission at the protocols be by saying no more be ewo or police station registration centers. First protocol no marks I obey and I'm wa second one say you better check your temperature. Mr. Mibisa say wo ko twa photo no a the marks no be twa photo.
Oh there been I saying impossible.
So the risk level is going high and then COVID-19 you do over 7 million. 7,000. How Ghana COVID-19 you do over 7,000 here from there by Kosovo. Udi eno to nchen ya mebisa say wo kodu ye fence registration center ho na ye the temperature guard no edo to so na what temperature no kwosoro a ye betro wudi ana be yudi akọ ayare sabia say ye nko check
bia won be fa kwan bi so de atworo
you are conjecture. This is conjecture. You are in the business of
yes,
conjecture.
I'm conjecture. Some guys say, "I know, baby." Say, "And we say, eh, bia."
And yeah, bia. Mrano ma isi kwa say yanka bia. And fefe because they should ensure fairness. Inti temperature no kwasoro wo ya ma wonchoro contravening Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution. Inti isi pesa otia mrano yanye din hwe wom.
Then say no explanation is demanded from the EC.
People and there yes wo mo nya coronavirus. You throw the no and she say be na ya be throw money 7,000 e me sre be bisa you be there throw money you started the tron there you be there throw money ma men come nchira I am envisaging and I'm saying so very confident say MPP for any EC for esan say krono and e wo mo adwemu say enu nkwa no betimi dey win 2020 election
yeah
omo ama omo wura fi omo ama me no wo kasa yi Bisa easy. Minim say the Magari Momo no. They be I've always listened to interview with easy in the account. Nyoma yes ye the best new register. Aba.
And I can't confirm now. Me. I did find out.
And America will say all are an attempt to create a chaotic situation because it is out of chaos that the thieves get to operate better. They are creating a chaotic situation. Machine baku cry ni wa aba. Yes, you the best at the full.
Allow me for waiting. Just you'll be just 3 minutes. Be I said, yeah, sorry, remember. And Pastor Prophet if Richard NDC cannot do anything that will change the UC's mind. So obey the new voters register. Charles Nyame says so now says MPP indirectly more culture Ghana for say it is not about performance of government that is going to determine the next president and government anymore, but the one who has the support of the EC, it will also be success and MPP more can. Where is it the NDC and their so-called interparties against the new voter register behaving like a spoiled child? For the information, IPAC is not constitutional mandatory body. Say we could add your phrase boy and the other Abdul Basit Zongo Pania. I say please NDC. Move it to my boycott to the IPAC meeting. Because one with him say you lose the 2020 elections and unity and then we take that decision. Yeah, sorry, Eddie call. Final comment 1 minute now. Yeah, sorry, entertainment Ghana environment to answer. Jeff, final comment.
Well, media. Mekoswa asre omaiga na se umie nyina enta isi achi na isi adwuma oye no intimi nkoye obi bia ogidi se isi afum Ghana mra no opeso fight ya onko fight with the law se ope asembi edi nkunimu a enye patapa nti ukọ na emra no ese isi dia woye no enye a miji di se isi betiase na wasesa nkuku ne nkaka afri ho ba ntokwa ke go ne we kan bi na we yesei no eno no emwa yen dia eye a beboa yen ne se ye pese ye be fight ya ye mfa ya semu nyina to krata so mfa nkoda court se court tie bi ma ye fi se e constitution no e kire sei yenso ye gidi se ade na isi fo na ikoye no omo anye ni ye enti no kan asemi bi manye court gitum no kase da bi ye isi ye no enya isi na nkasa ebejai efise emra ena ode ye adwuma ye nyai ye mpene ye beku nipa ye be ma we ye sei ye mfa sei ye kasa isi no wontie da bi momien prepare ye mfa nko court. The court will bring finality to all these matter.
All right. Naziru, Alaji Naziru.
Minim adia MPP for adia to court. I won't ne kasa 1 2 per say court. Minim adia omode ato ho.
Oh,
na sa adia no e wo.
Na the court was omode bibia koto ho.
Minim because we dey bibia kasa per say court.
Conspiracy.
Adia omode ato court ho.
And chairman of the Christian Council Kasai, he says the same.
Na nasiru buafu na misuru buafu no acheseka na macheseka na egu ye ho
do mo de ato court ro mo nja nto ho mo mire beba wo mo ankasa na be court. But there is nothing in the constitution that says to me wo Ghana no it resides with the court, it resides with the sovereign. Emra no that is why he said we are talking mra una wo say yan camera. You see the power of the people resides in the sovereign,
yeah.
So when you make no yen enkra yen nyina ebe ka abomu no yen na tumi no ekra yen. The judiciary the way no are exercising on our behalf.
Yes.
So when you make an yen power no yen so ye ka abomu na say ye sovereign na the power no so ebe tudwa am wo hu say why you mistake we will do it. It is in line with the constitution.
You cannot break the law.
It's not.
You cannot break the law.
Any demonstration, any actor, in line with the laws of the Republic of Ghana.
So we
continue. We would also adopt that. Now, you are pursuing to the extent that we will get the right things done because your constitution, your democracy, media, they be say NDC for said yes, will be a say about democracy way by. Inti yenhwe ema obi embesese no enye ne ope the new voter register no person mo ye no you consistently yakase it is needless, especially ne coronavirus eko
it's an IPAC meeting na man kono enya sisanso mam
na IPAC no baby a wo kono Peace FM your friends be say Neat FM me ba na wo ka chem say umpe mi ni ma hwa me ba be be de
obi na so umpe mo ni ma hwe na man
all the electoral
manya invitation from the EC
and na say invite no
obi pe wo ni ma hwe no ma wo
invite na 419 419
invite no Mama fakos kaka mama fakos me ba
me general secretary kwotena ho sire keke obi kasa wa sire no yes on sorry mpi na tena wo sire
wan kasa on sorry mpi adena de somebody become za
easy
wan kasa on sorry mpi
easy penyin ba ko ebie na numu ton wan ka wa demo waka wa radio so ma national radio say NDC fo eye man bofo wo mo de ono de on person ono mo beba mo
alaje na zero mama tie for no so kem wo de beba o ba ye gira ye tie ba tie for no kakra beba
plebiscite na amanfo en 2 years emma president yisi penyi akai
0302243540 yeah try say entertainment Ghana for the Barbican when they just say yeah to body town near go me pacho mache
hello Mark Jerry
yes it is say
nyame na ndo na onso e
nyame adom ko your money tentame na eja yanko
yo me pacho Enrico ni mikasa awala pass Mark Jerry anope bidicha kese di ma deputy national organizer chief bani se na oba ye constituency achete to amafo se yenye juma no nyame nsho na obi an kwaso sa Mark Jerry the meka no pa ne se the electoral commission voters ID card we are the two Obama na na for the uni say we 1 million na there na almost so na say Mr. Jerry fear anything na o ka kira say o call special star on no money pan say ne we no ai high ya e be chro di na na e pa ke bebre ya re de bia e cost ro say was 7,000 plus adele ba mi no e kiti ya ntinya so ano ntina na akufọdụ na isi info ọnụ ụmụchu ga na afọ nwa na se nipa no kom na ọkọrọjita na onye ara ni bi na ba fie a so wo wa obetumi atọ aba no ye ntumu ye ntu ka na afọ nwuye ahụ ke na ewokumu no enye isi nwa seme na eka na mesra bebre
medansi na wo di adu aba oba na so bonito mache
mejo so Mike
yanko
Mike na ya okasa fitabura
yetio
Mike mame mo abaso adwuma so na wo bo yankopon hira opa na mentia Captain Jesus prayer camp so for dano mentia ne pan opposition esa
ode azeko opposition ne jema
azeko opposition mentia ne papa na no bri so o castle mentia no Mike amanfo bi kikasi yi na no bri adi anya no kware na Dr. Adumaku kisi wanya so to ono so mentia no Mike o hwe yenuanom NDC fo ansensam a omo kan ya Ultimate say almost free papa because more better akunwa su emfie nwotwe Mike wan toto niam yi Ghana fo hu say yeru amahama na dwuma nso ani ani ya to aba atia oma 1 million croissant aboro so o sa akwa aba biem na why mistake Mike Ghana obi ye mistake a yes anko fa na mlanza no sa make mistake proprana Yale yi ba ye adodan ko gufu ado e modern bo wabo yale ho yenu anu ma NDC fo na tie akonwa isu a nka Mike yare adoko Ghana po nyina because from time common talk teacher for the better kwala de kora o man timi am provide o mo sorry a na say ye ba sere wo adwuma pa infimi ansa ne fa adodan ko gufu ado eye no Mike enya dia ye be ma NDC fo kwan so mo samla be se ne ma wo MPP eba konwam no betoto niam na ndisi asa be si akire no ma be se niam anya dia be mom kwai 2020
medansi na wo so wodi awde aba ma me fofo from mache
hello
mache ni yanko
me pa Mike ofake ni new train station circle
okay
yo ba Mike ma me mo aba adwuma pa wo bo na me nchia no ma nchia onabo tara Joseph do me kwabenya mestre do me kwabenya mesremo because Omaye one this why Omaye say makukwe ban ba pe Omadi Omatulo to amana boy betre sem do me come ya mo munye mistake na me get Dr. Emmanuel Lampi MC of Anyasuchu and in that Tete tema state warehouse me bra we say NDC ni no hono say oye fasting we kram say in be 3 weeks and need 3 days as 4 days and no one see what say
ye ko trade na obeko na me pa so ono ni police station obeko na me mo fati be dia me tire me dini metre adana nye force opa kire obusa se ndc for bi busa se sa ID card as a voting winner na de na do baye ade nti no wosesa no na me so bi busa ndc for say ade e mamu lose 1.5 million votes ade nti ne ye fofora mo so mo ntiase tese wo dwene ho a won tese se ade no tese o ma bo mu timpo se de madam ni be ye bi o mo nfo so we enye force opa ntre ta me gana card ye ndc for bi anyi bi no we ndc for me kra me bo mo ihu mo nko me ka cho mo say mo mpani for tese ye bie ke ye ko ye ni wa na mo
okay beda say mame for mache
yeah
yetio
hey majaro mini waja mi say me prefer United States of Sama me say
yo yetio
ashama kwa chiao alaji na zero busa on mo say MPP for that day ni moda to court alaji na zero and prime ni say obetu obubo ni ni na wa abubo so yen kashi nyame wa wo so we ono na be di Ghanaians asem ama ono hwe former president Rahman Mama ne juma pa obobo ma o man Ghana the auspices ne na ye juma no schools or see me schools 2020 and sani nkwara ni na benya free education on benya bibia kama hwe ye ma ye say free education no nkwara na dida ghetto bonsa 11 o'clock 12 o'clock na akwara ni nam as school boy boarding school aden former president Rahman Mama obetua ne juma pa oboma oman Ghana no bibia be koso pepepe party bi yenye enemy ye nuanom obani ye ne yepe
beda see na wo dia ba me pa cho ma che
na mu party e no dia mo ya mambofo nti ye be ka no kura kire mo majore
yes sir
na pious bed banse no hu ti sen
na me adom na we
kancha utim no nyina se gado me kia mo nyina alagi na zulu o studio
wa
kancha no te me kia no mamen kia ye zongo minister papa bi Dr. Mustafa Hamid ene ne bra penyin honorable Alhaji Abubakar Sidi Boniface omu ka kire ni honorable ya Patrick Buama yankopon se omu pa omu bo agyema o kai se mira ye be ye Ghana card no general mosquito ababontin akan kire NDC ni bia se ye be ye Ghana card no ama NDC ni bia nkoye card no majale se o kai wabodo lo se NDC ni bia man nkoye Ghana card no nti ane ade na omu complain se Ghana card no dudu anya NDC fo na anya mu Ghana secretary na se mamu nkoye nti se mu complain na se Ghana card no kura na ye no nya bebre na nya ye NDC fo na omu nya ye nti ye besrem ye mimi chan ene ni kina general mosquito ensemble abontin kancha NDC fo se new voter ID card no ma NDC ni bia nkoye biom na Ghana for papa no bi no omu nkoye uti ase iyo omu ti omu hu film sanu Ghana be kwa ni nimu Ghana be tumpo misi na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo Agyema papa his excellency na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo ene ne timi ye no magere enti asheki your mama ni ne timi enti ye de no any confirm say be called trembium no any why you may bium
beda say mame fa next caller on to us mache
na we jusu aguru
eze nana
mo pa go nti hu ya papa
yetio
na nchugu afi akwasa kadisi ma tinedi kama mentia ni NPP no osidi on wakasa papa na mentia ni baba kwa yebu a papa nyankupo nsa but na mentia si wo pika na yebu a mi wura George Tete o State warehouse papa no bod papa nyankupo nsa papa my the uba career 1992 MPP ya by for parliament NDC for parliament ati say omumra omanu koe ati omubegu omama ya basa na senne yenya aban papa say na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo na senne yisi ya adwuma na wo iba tim na samo nkomo boy koto yisa Mike
any big deal. Open from Babinta. The empire here, what I say, and come back as elections, one back on the book or one to Abano. Then can I have come. My friends over Kaya. Yet you are my Yura from Bramani Mahama. Emma papa bet na konya so obatra so emfaso aga na fo nya ani dum so papa sa ko gina santumam ko katia santefo se me di bodu kura ya mo kwama mo kura na mu asa mo ni nsode entire anya mo fe anu ati wasa ko gina Kenya edi Ghana fo atabe so wo yo dwamfu na eya me nwanwa pa se yenua no NDC fa sa ko papa ko ya ba eso won samra mebu wo man no
okay
ole pe hu asem sabi Ghana for permanent official. Who end this first one what to be that?
Medan say nana and also dia with dia ba. Obi bia wo free bia medan say mo am hwe yen send messages mo am dey be for WhatsApp mo so dey be kan say ye damase papa abanya menshira. Nti yera Jeff Kunadu Ado. Agajev medan say oye secretary, regional secretary de ma eye Epueman tem. Alaji Naziru is the National Communication Officer the Zango Caucus. Edema and exclusive interview. Oba baby keys in wa. If you touch my baby, every time do bibi as Yakopon ya domo ya bese shia. Murder, I will. Maswa na ti ni 100 points na.